Hello and welcome to Party Select, where two dudes and a guy who's their friend talk about the best thing there is, video games. In this case, unreleased, maybe they exist video games. Because this is a very special episode, we are doing predictions for Summer Games Fest. I'm Shay, I'm your host. I'm joined as always by Kyle, my brother. Hello, Kyle.
I'm down here.
On the bottom.
Do you like my new mustard pillow?
Is it like a bottle of mustard? Or is it just mustard
No,
color?
it's like a mustard color.
It's just the mustard. I love your mustard
Looks like a
pillow.
Thanks, dude.
You know, never mind. Nothing. It looks great.
That's Cody, who apparently is judgmental of said mustard pillow.
Kind of looks like a turd.
It does.
I hope your turds aren't that color.
I took it out of the packaging and I was like, this. I like the color, but the shape was a mistake. Yeah.
Mustard it's a good color.
I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Matches
I
your
just
hat.
like
Theoretic.
earlier today, that was staring at me out of the toilet.
You put your pillow in the toilet? That's a weird thing to do. Let's move on. This is our not E3. It's not a prediction podcast because that's not all we're doing here. But we are going to go publisher by publisher for the big three. And then we have an other section for all of our third-party publishers that could show up at any one of the main three, or Summer Games Fest itself, or a myriad smaller showcases that are happening throughout the week. And just talk about what we know is going to be there, what we're excited for, what might be there that we're excited for. And then we've also got some, call it wish list items of things that probably aren't going to be there, but boy howdy, it would be super cool if they were. So we're starting with Sony. And I guess it's worth saying, so when this video goes live, the Sony press conference is happening that evening at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We may see some of these Sony things at other shows. Probably not Xbox, but maybe at Summer Games Fest. But we will certainly see them at the Sony State of Play, which they've changed their structure. They used to call the State of Plays the regular things that they were doing every couple of months, and then they would do their showcase, which was like the big, you got to pay attention.
Right.
We have big things to show at the showcase. Seems like they've kiboshed that. Everything's just a State of Play now.
I think
It's
the
been a
last
few
showcase
years, right?
was 2023.
Yeah.
And then if you remember, there was also, I think they only did it two or 3 years. There was the PlayStation Experience, which happened in December. I think they did it just a couple of times.
It was like a while ago though, right? That was in the transition away from E3.
I want to say, maybe. I want to say that's where they did the big Last of Us 2 marketing thing where they had the structures built and they had press there and they had like the dance hall built and everything.
I think that was still part of E3. Yeah, that was still part of E3 because that was like they did that and that was when they brought people in and did the Ghost of Tsushima thing.
Yes.
Where they had the dude playing while the trailers, and then the Spider-Man, I think, and Death Stranding were like the big four games that's all they did that year.
Okay, wow. So PlayStation Experience was 2014 to 2018. They did 4 of them.
Okay.
So yeah, that's probably around the time E3 was, shut up.
At least that they started separating themselves from being an E3
for sure.
Yeah, that's when the big publishers tried to save some money and get their own spaces.
Yeah. But yeah, E3 doesn't exist. Instead, we have Summer Games Fest, which is better than nothing.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
There's plenty to get hyped about. We will definitely get hyped as we're talking about this. But let's start with the Sony stuff. I think the only thing that we know for sure is going to be at Sony show is Insomniac's Wolverine game. Is that true? Is there anything else you guys have seen that is definitely 100% going to be there?
Well, yeah, so the way we have it in our document, it's split down between the different studios that Sony owns. And we have confirmed, are these confirmed?
The confirmed is more that they exist.
Exist. We know they exist. The only thing that has been confirmed for the show is the Wolverine game from Insomniac. We are definitely seeing something from that. It already has a release date for the later in the fall. Presumably, we're going to get a bigger gameplay deep dive because they haven't really shown any actual gameplay. It's just been that big trailer. So I would assume that's their like tentpole thing for the show.
I believe I've read where they've confirmed that that's what it's starting out with, and it will not
starting
be
the
what
show
they
with
end
that.
with.
Well, that's something. If true, that means that they've got something cool to announce if they're going to close with something. So games that we know exist. From Naughty Dog, we know Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet exists.
Yeah, do you think we see that yet?
I don't think so.
Is that a Game Awards game?
Maybe. I just don't think that they're far enough to actually show it in a meaningful way. Because, like, I feel like if they're going to show that game again, they would need to give a 2027 at the end. And I don't know that they're ready to say that.
I mean,
because I don't think that game's coming out in 2027.
We have not seen anything about that game in a year and a half. It was announced at the Game Awards 2024.
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's time for them to show it off.
I agree. I don't think they're ready for that. From the reporting and stuff that we've seen over the last year, that there was some internal turbulence, people leaving the studio, what's-his-face saying this is going to be his last game. I'm a little concerned about the state of that game.
If we're surprised and we do we see gameplay?
Yeah.
I think, well...
I don't think Naughty Dog doesn't tend to just do cinematic trailers. I think because their games, part of what they try to accomplish with their games is like blending the cinematics and gameplay. It's like the Uncharted reveals and all that other kind of stuff. Like there's always some sort of like transition from a cinematic sequence into some form of gameplay, whether
Last of
it's
Us
final
2
or not. But
Last of Us 2 had quite a bit of just cinematic. You remember the
teasers.
Yeah, the teasers at least.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe they do another teaser, but they released quite a few teasers for Last of Us 2, you know, with Abby's mom,
Yes.
right? Being hung.
At the time, it was Abby.
Oh, right. Hey, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Abby being
Ellie's
hung in the
mom.
woods, and the kids coming in and saving her.
was there no gameplay in that teaser?
No, that was
but those were just teasers. When like the showcase you're talking about, Cody, at E3, the big show they did the music thing, but then they showed that big gameplay demo of Ellie fighting everybody in the crazy animations. Like they did a big gameplay chunk. I think it's worth defining what we mean by gameplay, because I think there doesn't need to be a UI for them to be showing gameplay.
Totally.
But I also think it can get tricky because a lot of that gameplay is not actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Sure.
What they showed from Heretic Prophet, the little sequence of her picking up the sword, and like someone might look at that and say, like, that looks like maybe it's representative of gameplay because of the movement of the character and stuff. But to me, that's not gameplay. I don't need to see a controller in someone's hand. I don't need to see a UI, but it needs to look like the game will look when I am playing it for me to feel like it's gameplay.
There's a difference between like seeing clips of gameplay and like a montage trailer and like the God of War 2018 announcement, when like you're getting a true, here's a bit of someone playing the game. There's a big difference there. And, you know, frankly,
I'd really happen anymore.
No,
the actual dude on a stage with a controller, that just doesn't happen anymore, which is a huge bummer.
Yeah, for sure.
So look, I would be very happy to see something from that game. I do think if they're going to show something, it needs to be pretty substantial, and they need to put a 2027 on there. And I just don't know that that's the case. Not saying they could delay it, because I'm sure they would, but they need to say 2027 if they're going to show it again.
If Intergalactic isn't available, do you think either we see anything else from Naughty Dog? Maybe a Jak and Daxter remake or collection, or possibly even an Uncharted? There's no way we get another Uncharted, at least not by Naughty Dog.
Now.
Yeah.
They were a 2-game studio because they were working on The Last of Us live service game and Intergalactic. They have since canceled the live service game. So if they're ramping up a second game again, they would still be in pre-production at most. They might not even be in pre-production yet.
Yeah.
Jack and Dexter remake, like that would be sick. Even if it was in like a remaster collection, that'd be cool. That doesn't seem like something Naughty Dog is going to do.
Right. And I
And
feel like Sony would have a support
Blue
studio.
Point doesn't exist anymore, so Blue Point would be the studio that would do that.
Yeah, they still have plenty of support studios they could throw that to, though.
Yeah, I guess. So yeah, I feel like for me, I think it's Intergalactic or nothing from Naughty Dog.
Yeah, probably.
From Insomniac, obviously we know we have Wolverine there, but in our wish list, new Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man 3.
I assume whatever the Spider-Man 3 thing, I think it'd be the Venom thing, right? Instead,
I don't know that
actually
exists.
ended up getting.
I don't think that exists.
I thought there was something to that. The origin
that was in the leaks when they got
that's
hacked.
Right.
But none of that was ever confirmed. It was one of those this might have been an executive level slide from 3 years ago. I don't know that was ever the plan.
I'm surprised.
Or if it was, it changed.
I know, I think Insomniac has to be a 2-game studio, and I can't believe we've not even gotten like a title or teaser for a new Ratchet, a follow-up to Rift Apart.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
It only came out like 2 years ago, right? Wasn't it 2024?
No way.
Rift Apart?
That was nearly a launch title.
It was pretty much.
Oh shit, you're right.
June 2021. 5 years ago.
Right. Okay, I take it back. It's because I just played it recently. That's why I was like, this is more recent than that.
It came to PC 3 years ago.
So yeah, that timing feels right
5 years
to announce that.
Oh, I would devour.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see Spider-Man 3 happening. I had added it to the list just because we know they will make it. But I don't think that they're gonna do that yet.
What do you guys think about Resistance?
Who put Resistance Copium on the list?
Me.
Is that you, Kyle?
It's me. That's me.
I'm gonna go on the limb and say no.
Come on,
I don't think we're gonna get a new Resistance.
If not a new one, trilogy, make them playable on PlayStation 5, not through your piece of shit streaming service.
I weirdly feel like a remaster trilogy is less likely than a new Resistance game. I don't see the appetite for that.
I want to play Resistance 2 co-op again. That's all I want.
I feel like I've seen something in the news cycles recently about Sony. I don't know if it was someone else suggesting to them or someone within Sony recommending this, that they start leaning more on their legacy IPs and, making those relevant again.
I think they need to. I think they're on the verge of an identity crisis in the wake of all this live service bullshit that failed. I think they need to cash in on. So, also, if you look at Sony strategically, what they are doing is, because the video game, the part of the game market that they occupy is not growing, so they need to further monetize and make money off of the more hardcore console crowd, because kids are not. No child is growing up thinking, I want a PlayStation when I grow up, or I want the new Sony console. They're playing.
That's not true. That's not true.
They're playing Roblox. They're all their games are free. When you tell a kid, "Oh, this game is $70," they're like, "What is that?" All of these games on Roblox are free. They don't.
Prior to the recent tariff issues and now memory hard drive problems that are raising the cost of everything, PlayStation 5 and Switch 2 were seeing record growth. And PlayStation 5 was selling like hotcakes with hardly any system selling games. So I understand the point that you're making.
The market is not
children.
Growing. The market for consoles is not growing. Those are conversions. Those aren't new PlayStation users. They're conversions from.
How do you know?
Other
how do you know
systems
that?
Because I watch a lot of Game Mess Mornings on Giant Bomb, and they have people on that talk about the metrics for this stuff. And I want to say, like, tickling in the back of my mind, Sony has like made some sort of a statement to shareholders or something about getting more value out of their current user base because the market is not growing in the direction that favors them. It's growing in the mobile and the free-to-play space, because it's far more accessible, and like in the younger demographics, they are trending far, far, far away from playing on dedicated hardware. So to that end, I think it is perfectly reasonable for them to lean into their legacy IPs as a way to garner more interest from an aging user base.
Sure. I don't think Resistance is one of those IPs.
Yes, it is.
To lean on.
Fuck you. Yes, it is. Fuck you. Shay?
I'm sorry. I don't.
Fuck you.
There's a reason there's three of them, Shay.
Yeah. And a PSP one and a
20
Vita
years
one.
ago. Yeah.
No PSP one. That's a Killzone. A Vita one. Burning Skies.
Yeah, speaking of legacy IP that we don't need to see more from, Killzone.
Excuse me?
Some
Hey,
things
Shay,
should
shut
end.
the fuck up, Shay. Shay.
Some things should end. We shouldn't be advocating for like more sequels from these IPs that haven't been touched.
We're not wanting
20
sequels.
years.
No sequels. Just give us just make the old thing new again.
Make the old thing playable on the new thing.
Yes.
Again,
Yes.
don't make me rely on your terrible streaming service. It's so bad.
I'll give you that.
I don't need a new Resistance or a Killzone. Just give me the old ones. Let me play those.
That is fine. The idea
Metal
that
Gear
we
Solid
are
collection
advocating for more remasters is also problematic, but the idea, because it's specific to PS3 and that shit is basically just like unplayable anywhere,
yeah.
I'll give you that. For Resistance and
about.
Killzone, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I don't want to advocate for more remasters. They don't need our help to go in that direction.
Yeah, they're already doing it. It's about, I want like games that are locked to a console that have not been brought forward. They should just bring those forward. I know it's not that simple. Yeah. There are costs associated with those things, and every person you have working on one of those is a person that's not working on whatever the next big thing is. But
costs between a Resistance or a Killzone trilogy package for PS5 are a lot lower than the $800 million it takes to make Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet.
I mean, my God, man.
I don't know that 800 million is the right number. Maybe for GTA 6.
Did you guys see First Light apparently cost $200 million?
200, yeah.
That's insane. It sold like 1.5 million copies in the first day. So I think they're going to be all right.
Yeah.
But still.
Okay, we need to move on. This will be 6 hours long. Guerrilla Games. Mm-hmm. We know that they are making Horizon Hunter's Gathering their like multiplayer, their live service, one of the only live service games that hasn't been canceled by Sony. Yeah. Personal opinion, it looks like dog shit. But they're making that.
I give it a few months before they stop support for it.
Yeah, it looks like the same fucking thing everyone is making and canceling in a month after it launches.
Yeah,
they're also working with NCSoft on the MMO for Horizon. Have we ever gotten an update on that? Other than knowing that it exists,
I don't think so.
Have they even actually announced this?
Yeah, but not.
Sure.
I don't think in like a tangible way.
Right. Like we've never gotten a trailer for it.
I don't think so.
There's a website for it.
Okay, well then it's real.
You know what? Then it must exist.
It doesn't mean it's real. It doesn't mean it's real.
You know what? There was a website for oh fuck, what was that? Blue Box game? Abandoned. Yeah, there was a website for Abandoned.
There are people collecting paychecks who are working on it right now.
Probably.
Whether or not it ever happens is separate.
And whether or not they are
an
part
announcement
of
video and a gameplay trailer.
Oh,
on the website.
It's more than I would have thought.
I'm gonna not watch either of those.
I think they probably have to show Hunter's Gathering. They have not made a huge deal about it, unless they're just like planning. The only reason it wouldn't have been canceled is because they were so far along that they're like, we just need to launch it.
Yeah.
And so then, if that's the case, I could see them not promoting it like fucking at all. And it's a
From what
tax
I
write-off.
heard, that Last of Us one was very close to being done. So I don't know if that's
crazy, dude.
Well, I think
Yeah.
I think what that one
fuck
came
are
down
they
to.
doing?
Well, that one they pulled the plug on because Bungie came in and said you can't monetize it like this. It will not be sustainable for you to continue development, and nobody will keep playing it. So the long-term costs of keeping it up aren't going to make sense. So you should just can it now.
Getting advice from Bungie, the studio whose day came to
It's 2020.
Yeah.
But I don't know why we were taking Bungie's opinion.
I know. But in that, I would assume the Horizon Hunters Gathering live service co-op game costs a lot less to create than the Naughty Dog thing, than the Last of Us thing, and they probably from the bottom up were designing it to be heavily monetized or easily supported with content after
and
release.
for what it's worth, Guerrilla Games has way more multiplayer experience than Naughty Dog did.
Yeah.
I mean, Naughty Dog did Uncharted, had multiplayer, the first Last of Us did, but none of those were like hugely adopted the way that Killzone was.
Right.
Yeah.
Rumor for Horizon 3 teaser.
Yeah, Jason Schreier said that's in the works.
That also feels like the timing would be right for that. When did Forbidden West DLC came out a year after, I think.
Forbidden West was 2022.
That's 4 years. Okay.
And then I think the DLC came out in 2023.
2024.
Yes, Burning Shores. Burning Shores came out in 2023.
Oh, yes. Okay. And then the complete edition, including Burning Shores, came out in 2024. Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, that timing feels right for a teaser. I could see that. I would be excited for that.
I think that is far more realistic than anything new from Insomniac or anything at all from Naughty Dog. I think Horizon 3 being the show ender, I could see that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That gives me indigestion. I hate that.
You know what's weird, Kyle, is that there are some, probably not many, but some people out there who like games that you don't.
Okay.
And care about games that you don't care about.
So fucking what, dude?
Yeah. And weirdly, Sony cares about their opinions and wants to make them excited.
Okay.
Like me, for example. I would be excited about Horizon 3 being announced.
I think you're wrong,
do hope that
that's okay.
I do hope that they have more innovation. I liked Forbidden West, but it felt pretty outdated in its open world structure. I think there's a lot they could learn. Okay, Sony Santa Monica. They have already announced the God of War trilogy remake. That ain't coming out next year.
No.
They ain't saying nothing about that. I don't think that we see anything about that. But the rumor is the Freya-led God of War.
Faye.
I thought her name was Freya.
Kratos' wife.
Yeah.
No, Freya's the witch.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The one who should be his wife.
Well.
Well, what about the both?
Yes, thank you. The blonde, the chick from Daredevil. Yeah, the rumor is that they're making a spin-off, a Spider-Man Miles Morales, if you will, for a game starring her.
I don't know if this is the Barlog game or not, though. I think it is. I think the whole rumor that he was doing a sci-fi thing was a red herring. I believe this is the new Barlog joint.
Huh.
For what it's worth.
What if it is sci-fi?
It could be.
I don't know how that would work, but
anything is
possible.
If it is? It's all taking place in an Animus.
Oh, crossover!
It would have to be a prequel to
Yes.
2018's God of War.
Yes.
So who knows? Who knows what the story
Could be cool if you fight Kratos. That could be cool.
Naked.
With your
It's the
genitals.
boss battle where Atreus is conceived.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, I think that's a strong rumor mill. So far we have Wolverine, we have maybe Horizon 3, we have maybe Fae of War.
I doubt it'll be both of those.
Right.
You think so?
I think it's either Horizon or a God of War. Maybe that seems like an incredible showcase, but everything that is pointing to this to be a pretty damn big show with them doing it in movie theaters or having private press screenings of this. I mean,
man,
hopefully they have stuff to announce.
If that was their showcase, that would destroy me. I don't give a shit about any of those. I don't want to play another fucking superhero open world game. I think the God of War game feels like ass. Like, I don't know. I don't give a shit about Horizon. I played part of that first one, and it was fine. Robot dinosaurs, man. That's fine. She talks a lot. I love Ashley Birch, but man, she talks a lot. Like,
do you want the woman to shut up? Clip
a little.
Hey, chat.
A little.
Clip that.
She doesn't have to shut up completely, but...
Kyle, what the hell do you want from Sony? Like, these are the games they make. These are the games they've been making for a decade. You might not like Sony games, brother.
Not anymore. They kind of stopped making all the games I like.
Why are you like, they're only making the things I don't want more of? And I'm like, well, that's what they make, dude.
Well, because every year it's a reminder of the things that I've lost.
But I'm saying, like, if it wasn't this, it would be Uncharted, which is the same fucking kind of game. It would be Spider-Man, which is the same fucking kind of game.
I would love a new
Ghost
Uncharted.
Yote, which is the same fucking kind of game.
Yeah,
I would love
I'm saying
Uncharted is Uncharted's a guy who talks a lot. Get it?
No, he has women around him. And they're great characters.
Yeah, dude, then he bangs. That's all you care about.
No. They go
over
bang,
here
bang.
On James Bond.
They go bang, bang, brother.
So you want to play a game where you're murdering women now?
No,
like,
the women also murder
over there.
Equal opportunity
this is a
murder.
Bad look for you. Yeah.
You're making it a bad look. I'm just over here sad, and you're just shitting on me like a pillow on my couch.
What I will say is Wolverine, Horizon, God of War is big, but looking at the rest of this list, the rest of studios that Sony has, I don't see a lot of opportunity for other things. So, like, I don't know what else there would be, because Polyphony, like, they make Gran Turismo. We're not going to see a new Gran Turismo game. Bungie's not
do that
for
the launch
shit.
of the PS6.
Yeah, we're not going to see Gran Turismo at the show. Bungie is not going to exist in 6 months.
Right.
I guess theoretically they have to have promo for Marathon. If they want that game to have any sort of chance, they have to have something on Marathon there. Sucker Punch, they're not announcing anything. Ghost Yote just came out last year.
They could have...
I see a rumor for Infamous Remake.
Yeah, that was floating around. Yeah. There was something Infamous related they teased on social media, I think.
Again,
like for the first two games?
Yeah, I would love to replay those, and they're just impossible to fucking...
There were 3, right?
Well, there were 2 on
but
PS...
the third one was not a direct sequel.
Right.
Third one was the Troy Baker...
Yeah, Second Son.
Second Son.
I liked that game. But the first 2 were like... No, not Desmond. That was Assassin's Creed. Cole, thank you.
Yeah.
They were both his story.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it wouldn't be cool to have that. I just mean, like, that's not a world mover.
Sucker Punch made Sly Cooper. I think it's time. I think it's time for a new Sly. Time for the Coop man to get back in it.
For me, it's more that they just released Ghost Yote last year.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to have something that they're going to show
I agree.
already.
I agree.
Housemarque just released Saros.
Yep.
Media Molecule barely exists. They've had a number of layoffs.
There's a lot of smoke about them making something, though.
Right. Half of the studio was laid off, but there's some substance to the rumors around them having a new IP after Dreams didn't go so well.
That's just a thing that, like, I would worry that it ever sees the light of day.
Right.
Sony Bend. I guess we don't really know what they're working on.
This is a studio. So the creative director has been out there pleading for someone to let him make a Days Gone sequel.
Right.
No one listened. I would play that. I actually ended up enjoying my time with Days Gone more than I thought.
My memory
I
is that he was maybe being pretty toxic about that request.
Sure.
Like blaming people that didn't like it rather than actually saying, I wonder if we did something wrong.
Well, I don't know. I liked it, so something's wrong with those other people. They did make the handheld console
Mostly
Resistance.
women, probably.
Yeah, for sure. They did make the handheld Resistance and Uncharted games, so maybe they would be doing some sort of a remaster trilogy release
game.
Probably.
PSVR. Days Gone for PSVR.
Yep, there it is.
That would be unfortunate, huh?
Have 1,000 zombies in your face at once.
Freakers.
I would love a new siphon filter. You're right, Cody. It is Freakers. I would like a new siphon filter, but there ain't no way Sony's gonna make another game, a stealth action game, when they have Fizzant with Kojima that will never come out, but they have announced. So, I highly doubt we would get a different siphon filter game. Yeah, that's Sony Bend.
I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility that we see something Astrobot.
From Team of
Something.
Sony.
I'm not saying a sequel. I'm not saying something. Maybe it's more levels.
DLC. I feel like they said the most recent one I thought they said was the last update.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they said that.
I think it's too early to see whatever their next thing is, but I think their next thing could be a new IP.
There's no way Sony is letting them do anything other than make Astrobot 2.
I don't know,
There's
man.
no way.
They've proven they can, if they are given the reins, they can make something successful.
Gangbusters.
Yeah.
It won Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Look, I would love for them to make whatever the hell they want to make. I'm just trying to be realistic here. The only other big thing that is already rumored is Fair Games, which was soft canceled, but there was a rumor that it's being rebranded and is going to be relaunched.
Yeah, there was an IP filing.
I saw someone make a joke. Break-In. I saw someone make a joke because Fair Games, the S was a $sign. And I saw someone make a joke with Break-In, where the E is a euro sign. Said it in ye olde London town this time. So yeah, I don't know, dude.
It doesn't matter. It'll be done in a few months. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. This one I put on here. This isn't a Sony owned studio, but they are backing this game with Bad Robot, which is that 4-loop game, which is a 4-player PvE game that was announced.
Another game that'll exist for a couple of months.
Game Awards, I believe.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, that could be. I had added the Kena sequel, Kena Scars of Cosmora, which again is a Sony published the first one, I think. It was a console exclusive, at least at the time.
Yeah.
And they announced that also at the Game Awards, the sequel. So I could see Sony partnering with them for their state of play to show more of that with a release date, since we don't have one yet.
If not there, then at Summer
the reason I originally said Wolverine, Fae of War, and Horizon is there just isn't a lot else. Like, I think we probably see marathon stuff. I could see them that do the Fair Games thing if they are in fact doing that, but there's not a lot else for them to show first party wise.
So that leads me to, and we'll touch on this when we get to the other section, but is Final Fantasy VII Part 3 here, or is it at SGF? Does this one go multi-platform, launch across the board day and day?
I think so, unless there is some contract they just couldn't wiggle out of. But like, they've been pretty, I mean, as open as you would expect them to be about it, but they've been kind of open about the fact that the exclusivity deals are a bit of a mistake. So I could see them wanting to reach a broader audience.
Maybe that's at SGF then.
Yeah, but maybe they have some sort of contractual obligation to appear at the Sony thing.
Yeah, that's true. Or just like co-marketing I do wonder, and it's too soon to know, or like too soon to see the implications of this or the result of it. But Sony pivoting back towards their exclusivity model and moving away from like PC releases and things like
Yeah.
that, I wonder if that would lead them to doing more third party publishing, third party co marketing, third party exclusivity stuff that they've done less of in the last couple of years because they've been putting their own games on PC. So they've needed it less as like a strategic differentiator to move consoles. But now since they are trying to move consoles more, I wonder if they go back to that strategy.
I just the amount of
I don't know who
money
owned
the
that.
amount of money you would have to give someone to make exclusivity attractive at that like now that there are so many Switch 2s in the wild, so many PC players, like the amount of money you'd have to pay to get that exclusivity would be fucking staggering, I would think. Of course it depends game by game, but
I could make the opposite argument and say that for a lot of these AAA games, they're not launching day and date on Switch 2 anyway. So they don't see that as a viable console release model. And they were doing these deals in the past to take sales away from Xbox. Not to take sales away from Nintendo, to take sales away from Xbox. Now they don't have to really worry about Xbox as a competitor. So to me, like, it might be less expensive because as a games publisher, I'm focused less on Xbox and I'm focused more on Sony. So if I can get some of that co-marketing money by giving some exclusivity to Sony when I'm already going to sell 80% of my copies on PlayStation compared to Xbox anyway, that seems valuable to me. But I don't know. I don't think we're going to see that now. We're not going to see the result of that now. But it'll be interesting to watch over the next couple of years, and then it'll be interesting to see how Xbox rebounds and their strategy of caring more about their exclusives and trying to actually make that brand a thing again. But yeah, that's Sony. What, Kyle? What everything we just talked about? What would be the number one thing you would want to see, realistic or not?
New Ratchet and Clank or Resistance.
And would you rather see? You want to see a remastered trilogy, or do you want to see a new Resistance game?
Just give me the remastered trilogy. As long as that co-op's in there, I'm happy.
Okay.
Because I don't like
Cody,
any of the new stuff they're making. Just give me the old stuff again.
I mean, you still like Ratchet and Clank.
Yes, yeah. But that is just the old stuff. Yeah.
Fair enough. It's still good, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for Wolverine. I really am. I think that game is going to be really awesome, and I hope I come away from that the gameplay they show of that even more excited for that than I am. And quite honestly, if I get Horizon 3 or Fae of War, as we're calling it, that's it for me. Like that's enough. If we got both, that's like great. Like that is like one of the best state of plays that I've ever done. But I'm happy to see more Wolverine. I'm happy to see an hour. Is it an hour or an hour and a half of this?
I think it's an hour, but I feel like they almost always run long.
I'm just happy that they got an hour long thing, and like I'm excited to be excited for whatever they show, and I hope that is the case.
Hopefully it's new stuff. Yeah, they've got some new, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm cautiously optimistic about Wolverine. I'm honestly not that psyched about it. I have so much faith in Insomniac to make a good video game, but I'm just not that hyped about it. So maybe it'll win me over. I would love for it to win me over more.
Yeah.
But I agree with Kyle. A new Ratchet and Clank would definitely do it for me. And then I think the God of War spin-off, Fae of War, of the things we talked about, that would probably be the thing I would get most excited about. Just because, I mean, both God of Wars were my game of the year in the last couple of years. So I would have a lot of faith that that's going to be a banger.
No doubt.
Okay. Let's move on to Xbox. They have even more studios under their umbrella.
But a lot of stuff we don't know.
Even less that we know about. Yeah.
Interesting how that works.
So 3 things that I have seen that are confirmed to be at the show. Gears of War E-Day. Fable, which was recently delayed to 2027, but they did say it would be at the show. And then Call of Duty, which leaked / they did a teaser announcement for.
Yeah.
So those we definitely know are there. cool. The Call of Duty thing looked pretty cool. Hard to know, but I liked what the little trailer that they put out for that.
Hmm.
Gears of War E-Day, I can't say that I'm that interested, but I know a lot of people love Gears.
Yeah, I enjoy those campaigns. Even the Gears 5 campaign was a bit bloated because they tried to do like some open zone stuff.
Yeah, I never played that one.
Padded it
It was
out
still all right.
in a negative way, but sum total, it was still a good time.
Yeah.
Fable, I'm the most interested in of those three because I still feel like we don't know that much about it, even though they've showed a lot of it. I'm curious what else they want to show for a game that still isn't coming out for 9 months.
I wonder
that
if they
seems weird.
I wonder if they had prepared this package for this
prior
before
to it being
making the
delayed?
decision to delay it. And
Yeah,
they're just like,
I
well, we
guess
might
that's
as well still
possible.
show it.
Yeah.
I feel like in the delay they did, and they, it's always PR speak, but I feel like part of their messaging was they wanted to give it time to breathe.
AKA get
because
out of the
they've
way
got
of
so much stuff
GTA
in the fall.
6.
Yeah, they wanted Fable to have its own moment. So I wonder if it's less about the game's not ready yet and more about a strategic sales initiative to get out of the way of GTA and have
Both can be true too. Yeah,
that's true.
I don't want to take us down too much of a rabbit hole, but what do you think the bubble is for release dates around GTA? Like, is it only things after November 16th or whatever it is? Or is it like, you don't want to release anything in that whole month? Like, what do you think the bubble of avoidance is there? Like, are we going to,
I definitely think
will that be tangible in what we see in these announcements, coming up this week?
because when does GTA 6 come out? It's like November?
I think it's
November
19th. 19th.
Okay.
I think it's the whole month. I don't think anything's going to get announced to come out in November. I don't think anything's going to get announced to come out in December.
I bet.
I have a hard time believing anything is going to get a January date.
Really?
I bet it will not be any of the major publishers that do this, but it'll be a small, probably an indie game at one of these other presentations or whatever that will specifically market itself to come out on the day GTA 6 comes out to be like, for all of you who aren't going to play the new big game or whatever.
That's Devolver coded so hard.
Totally. Yeah. I love that as a marketing pitch. That's a great idea. It's a huge risk, but I think that's a great idea. I hope someone does that.
Yeah.
But yes, for the big ones, I think nothing in November, nothing in December. And honestly, at that point, there's no value in giving a January date because it's still 2027. People aren't thinking about it that way. Yeah. So just say 2027.
You think October's safe though to release a game, a AAA game?
Yeah. Okay. I don't think we're going to, well, there's a lot of rumors stuff and we'll get to it with the Xbox stuff, but there is some stuff that's still rumored for September, October timeframe. I find it hard to believe that a whole lot of AAA games are going to get a date for 3 months from now. I just had the hard time believing that.
And that sucks because the rest of the year is light.
Yes, but this year has been pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sad.
And also like really
Wolverine
bad.
and GTA 6 come out still this fall.
This year's been really good, also really bad.
How has it been bad?
The state of the industry and like
we're not talking about that. Yes,
no, just like electronic prices, like it's been bad on the, like tangential to games stuff, all the stuff that like affects games indirectly.
Yes,
and so I think it being a pretty barren rest of the year makes a lot of sense.
Well, I don't think it being a barren rest of the year has anything to do with that, honestly. I think it has everything to do with GTA. Yeah. And I think at this point, if I'm announcing a game or I'm getting ready to put a 2027 date, like a first half or Q1 or Q2, I'm not doing that because we don't know that GTA is coming out on November 19th. And I don't want to say Q1 2027 and then GTA gets delayed to February. I'm just going to say 2027. There's no value in putting a Q1 or Q2. So your point, Cody, like I think 2027 is all we see for anything.
So if Gears of War, E-Day, or Halo Campaign Evolve were to come out this year still, it would have to be within the next couple months.
The Halo Campaign Evolve, the rumor is like late July. Like that is going to be sort of a quick turnaround release.
And
which I think
Gears
is fair.
E-Day,
It's, you know,
I think they have said Gears E-Day is still... It was at whatever the most recent Xbox thing was. It was like all games that are still coming out this year or whatever. And Gears E-Day was part of that.
I think they could totally say that game's coming out in October. I think that's totally fine and acceptable for them to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they said Halo's coming out in July, Gears E-Day's coming out in October, that's a strong lineup for the rest of this year from Xbox.
Yeah.
Like they just had Forza that came out. Okay, so quick studios that we have nothing written down. Compulsion Games, We Happy Few South of Midnight Folks.
It's too soon.
Yeah.
Double Fine just put out Kiln. They put out Keeper a little bit before that last year.
But Kiln is one of their incubation games that came from their game jam. So they will have a big game in development that would have been happening alongside Kiln and Keeper.
Psychonauts 3.
Wasn't Keeper also a game jam game?
Yeah.
So that's fair. If they had a big project they've been working on alongside both of those,
I don't think we see it this year.
I still have a hard time. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Maybe
think
Broken Age 2 as well. Could be.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I liked Broken Age.
Yeah.
In Exile, Clockwork Revolution.
It's time.
This is my one.
It's time.
This is my one. With what we just talked about, like if Halo's in July, Gears 8 is in October, that tells me Clockwork Revolution is not a 2026 game, which makes me sad. But we gotta have a date.
Shadow Drop.
Yeah, dude, please.
Available now on Game Pass.
Will be 007. I can play a new game. Shadow Drop it.
Yeah.
I have time. Mojang, they've already announced Minecraft Dungeons 2. To the chagrin of Minecraft fans everywhere, because they set it up like a big Minecraft reveal, and then they did a Minecraft Dungeons 2 thing at the end, and people were bummed. But that's
for what
being
it's worth,
made.
Just as an aside, there's also been ESRB ratings for Minecraft on Switch 2. So there's a Switch 2 edition.
I didn't even know that it wasn't on Switch 2.
That'll likely be at Nintendo's thing whenever that is announced.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Ninja Theory. Are they going to get shut down?
Yes.
I hate to be that guy.
Yes.
So they made the Hellblade games, for those not remembering off the top of your heads.
Hellblade 2 did not do well.
Yeah. Obsidian. This is an interesting one. So they put out Avowed and Outer Worlds 2 last year, and Grounded in early access. Grounded 2 last year in early access. New Vegas Remaster has been rumored for a very long time. They don't necessarily need to be the ones working on that. I don't think that's happening. And we'll get to why in a little bit when we get to Bethesda. But I could see Outer Worlds 2 DLC. They did DLC for the first one.
Sure.
I don't see Avowed DLC happening. People did not love that game, but Outer Worlds 2 people liked more. So I could see them doing DLC for that and announcing it.
They have a pass for Outer Worlds 2 that includes like future DLC, whatever things.
Oh,
I think I bought that version because you also got early access for it. I think I have that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we talk about Playground Games working on Fable. Rare recently canceled their game Everwild. New Banjo?
There's been a little bit of smoke about that. I might actually want to move that into the rumor.
They did that
portion.
Evercade. They did that Evercade.
Go ahead. Whatever makes you happy. No one is seeing this document, so put it wherever you want. Put it in confirmed for all I care.
Yeah, they recently did that Rare Evercade handheld that had like Banjo and some of their like earlier titles on it.
It's always so strange to me to think that Banjo would release on anything other than a Nintendo. Like that Banjo-Kazooie feels like a Nintendo IP.
Yeah.
I mean, Nuts and Bolts was on 360, and that was
that's
like, people
so
love that
weird.
Game. Yeah. But also,
that would be a fun one.
Oh, new Viva Pinata. That could go really hard. That could do really well for them.
In the era of a Pocopia, a
Yes.
Viva Pinata could do very well.
Because Pocopia is literally Viva Pinata, like a quarter of it is Viva Pinata. That could do pretty well. I don't think we see that now, but maybe in the future.
Turn 10 has laid off half of their studio.
Yeah, they used to make the Forza Motorsport games, the Simmy Forza games that they don't make anymore. So I don't know what they're doing. I'm assuming supporting other studios.
Undead Labs has State of Decay 3, which was announced, I don't know, 9 years ago.
It's time,
15
baby.
Years ago
it's time. This is the year. This is it.
Sure.
I would love that.
2020. It was officially announced 2020.
That isn't a game that would get canceled.
No.
So, like, at some point, it will happen.
Out. Yeah. Why not now?
It will come out. World's Edge, makers of Age of Empires, they just put out something in the last couple of years. Wasn't there an Age of Empires game?
I don't know. I think they announced. I don't know if it came out, but a remake of the Age of Mythology game.
That's what I was. That's what I was thinking.
I don't know if it's
think
out
that
yet.
That did come out last year. I'm pretty sure that came out last year. Oh, I put
Age of Mythology Retold. I think. What it's called?
Yeah, it's out.
Okay. So we probably won't see anything from that
in 2024.
It's been 2 years. I probably still don't see anything.
Arcane, we know, is working on the Blade game. If that game ever happens.
No, that game gets canceled and Arcane gets shut down.
Regardless, we're not going to see it this year.
No.
Yeah.
Bethesda, this is what I wanted to talk about. So we know they're working on Elder Scrolls 6. They in recent memory have shown games and launched them a number of months later.
Bethesda has
from Elder Scrolls 6.
Well, yeah, Bethesda has traditionally done that. Though they don't, like, Todd Howard has said he doesn't like long news
I don't just
cycles.
mean announcing. I mean, like, when they show stuff about a game, they announce it a couple months later. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I say that to say I don't think we're going to see Elder Scrolls 6 because I don't think they're going to launch it this fall.
No.
I think best case scenario, they would show it
2028?
next year and launch next fall. I think it's more likely they do it in 2030.
Yeah, so that's another interesting thing about the Grand Theft Auto of it all is Game Awards are like 2 weeks after Grand Theft Auto, so like that's where you're going to get a bunch of release dates for early 2027.
I would hope so.
Maybe, yeah, probably.
Yeah, we have to. Stuff does have to come out at some point. But the reason I said I don't think in New Vegas remaster would happen is there's been the long rumor about a Fallout 3 remake. Right. In the vein of Oblivion.
The Oblivion remake did really well for them.
Yeah.
So and they have that pipeline.
This has been rumored
now
to be announced for like over a year. So I feel like it was confirmed at some point that they were working on it.
Thought so.
So this could be a good time for that. Whether or not it comes out in the fall, I don't know, but they could announce it.
Yeah.
id put out Doom: The Dark Ages last year.
Yeah.
They tend to do DLC. I could see them announcing DLC for Doom: The Dark Ages.
Yeah.
Game was okay. Machine Games is working on the next Wolfenstein.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, they are. Fuck yeah, they are.
God, we could use, as a society, we could use a
God.
Wolfenstein game.
Yes, we fucking could. Holy shit.
That feels like a good one to do a teaser trailer for. Like at the end of the show. To announce, and I mean, the game won't come out till 2028, but to announce it, that feels like a good one.
Yeah.
All right, ZeniMax, makers of ESO, Fallout 76, they have transitioned to sustainment models
For their, So basically, they're like, instead of doing active big expansion developments, like ESO just downgraded from like big quarterly expansions to do like smaller big yearly expansions to like smaller seasonal content. You know, the Destiny model that worked so well for them. And then Fallout 76 has also dramatically petered off in in terms of development. So I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to keep those games limping along for another 5 to 6 years, but I don't think we're going to see anything substantial for either of them.
Yeah, because it was like almost every year there was a new ESO announcement at
Right.
their showcase. So
What?
yeah.
Oh my god! The ESO
Look,
lady.
I think it's great. I think it's great that the people that work there are passionate about the games that they make. I think it's unfortunate that they continued to seat them in the first row.
Sure.
Blizzard. They just semi-recently pivoted their Overwatch model. I could see them having a new season there. I don't know that that's like a big enough deal to be at the showcase like this, given that they presumably have a lot to show. This will be,
well,
I don't remember her name, their new CEO. Like, this will be her first time doing this. I feel
save
like
it
they'll
for
want to make it.
save it for BlizzCon. I
Yeah.
doubt
Yeah, I
Blizzard
think so,
is
too.
here in any
I think so,
capacity.
too.
Right.
Because yeah, they've doing lots of the WoW stuff too, the WoW Classic updates and things like that.
Yeah.
But a new StarCraft, I added that. Like, is it time for a new StarCraft? It's been really
there
long since StarCraft 3.
It is crazy. I guess it's not that crazy. It is funny, I'll say, that the rumor cycle has come back around on that StarCraft first-person shooter, like for like the
Ghosts
fourth
or whatever.
time.
StarCraft
Yeah,
Ghosts.
StarCraft Ghosts. I would honestly love that. I think that would be a lot of fun. That could be cool because I'm not a big StarCraft fan. I don't know much about the universe. That is a genre that I love. First-person shooter campaigns.
In the vein of like Space Marine,
right?
Like that sort of deal.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be cool. No. King, their largest money laundering scam.
Right.
Makers of Candy Crush. We're not seeing jack shit from that. But
besides their cloud services.
Right.
Anyways, hey, BDS folks, BDS. Should have said that at the top of the Xbox segment, but boycotts, divestments, and sanctions. Don't buy any of these fucking games, is what I'm telling you at home.
Okay.
Anyways,
Call of Duty. This is the Infinity War / Treyarch / Sledgehammer / Raven games development studios. We're seeing Call of Duty. Hopefully we get some like legit gameplay. I think that'd be fun. Like you, Kyle, I'm always a sucker for a first-person shooter campaign.
Yeah,
I could get excited about that.
This I will.
Toys for Bob.
I will be buying the new Call of Duty. Sorry.
There's also been some smoke about a new Spyro with the success of the Spyro collection a couple of years ago. I don't see it, but there has been some smoke about it.
I don't want Spyro unless it's Skylanders.
That's fucking right. That's fucking right, bro. Yes. Yes.
We need more Toys to Life games. Bring those back.
Right up here, there's a giant shelf of Skylander figures waiting for Cody to come visit me this weekend so we can play together.
Every night as a family we watch an episode of Bluey, and then we watch some Instagram videos, and my kids get to pick the Instagram videos that we watch. And so my feed is just all kid stuff. It's animals and Pokemon and all that kind of crap. And they love watching 3D printed stuff. Like they like seeing a Yoshi get made in 3D printed. And they piss me the fuck off because it's just more shit that's going to end up in a goddamn landfill. And that's how I feel about the stupid Toys to Life shit. It's just more plastic crap that's going to destroy the planet. We don't
Lego
need
Dimensions, Spyro Skylanders, and Disney Infinity all need to make a comeback.
That's right. Dude, guess what? These Skylanders aren't in a landfill. They're on my shelf, and I'm going to use them this weekend, bro. They're continuing to bring joy. Joy for Bob.
But you don't need more.
Joy for Bob. I always need more. I must.
Bob does not need more toys. All right?
Consume.
That's what I'm saying here. Skylanders was cool.
Yes. Until they added vehicles. Until they added vehicles. Then it was kind of weird and lame.
All right. And then we've got a bunch of Call of Duty support studios on here. Who cares? And then Elsewhere Entertainment is a new studio.
One of them. High Moon Studios. Makers of Dark Watch. We're getting a new Dark Watch. I'm calling it right now.
Was High Moon? Were they the ones who made the Cybertron Transformers games? I think they were.
Yeah, you and I were talking about that the other day, Cody. Yeah,
a new Transformers game.
wasn't there a new movie like a couple of years ago?
No idea. I don't.
Yes, it was a CG animated one that was apparently horrendously bad.
Yeah.
I don't need it to be a movie tie-in or anything. I just want I want a good Transformers game would be cool.
And High Moon are the ones who made the good ones.
Wasn't there a new Transformers game like last year?
Oh, I don't know. You know what would be cool? A Transformers game from High Moon.
Transformers Galactic Trials.
In the visual style.
In October of 2024.
In the visual style.
It was an arcade combat racing game.
Yeah, that's not what I want.
In the visual style of the original animated series.
Imagine it wasn't good. Where'd Cody? What's I don't understand what's happening.
Nothing. We can move on.
In the visual style of what, Kyle?
The original animated series.
Oh, like a Cuphead style game with Transformers. You want like a side-scrolling beat 'em up?
No.
Oh shit! What's that studio that did like Scott Pilgrim EX and? Why are you putting your head down?
I know it's a Discord call thing, but you're talking all over my ass, bro. I was talking over you before on purpose to annoy you. But right now, it was working.
Agreeing. This last time I did it because, I agree with you.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, that's like a conversation.
I would want one in the graphical style. You know that Orbitals game that's supposed to come out this summer? That's like an old anime, like 80s style anime. I want it to look kind of like that, but be one of those High Moon Studios Transformers games. So like it plays like a third person action game with all the cool shit, but it like looks like the 80s anime.
Yeah.
That would look rad.
Okay. That'd be cool. I'm thinking more of that did the TMNT game and they did the Marvel like that, more like
arcade
16-bit style.
That would also be cool.
Is Transformers relevant? Do the kids like Transformers?
No, I don't think so.
That's a shame. Transformers can be cool. The movies did a lot of damage to the perception of Transformers.
I agree. Michael Bay did a real number on it.
Yeah.
I respect Transformers like I respect DBZ. Like I was never into it, but I get it. I would totally play like a beat 'em up.
Do you guys think Gundam has more cultural cachet than Transformers at this point?
It absolutely does, because there are people like Gundam is like a Warhammer thing. Like people make their own figurines and paint them.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a whole community about that.
Yeah,
there's a local toy store that does a lot of like vintagey kind of toys, and they have a whole section dedicated to Gundam, and there's always a couple of dudes there.
Hell yeah.
I don't get close to those dudes.
Hey, if you're one of those people, I see
take a shower.
You. I appreciate you. Also,
wash your body. Don't
smell yourself. If you're stinky, take a shower. But I see you.
Nintendo. Oh wait, let's wrap up.
There's one more. Elsewhere Entertainment is a new studio.
Elsewhere.
Yeah, new studio formed in 2024. They're working on a new open world narrative-driven RPG based on a brand new IP. We don't know what that is. They were only formed 2 years ago, so it's not time to see what they've been working on yet or tease it or anything. I think it's still far too early. But maybe next year we could see a teaser for what they've been working on.
For Xbox, what would you be excited about? Cody, you first.
Wolfenstein would be hype. State of Decay 3 finally coming out would be pretty awesome. And like we've talked about, a Halo campaign evolved and Gears of War getting concrete release dates would be great. I honestly think
this year,
there's more. Well, just because they own more studios, I think there's more that would honestly maybe excite me in Xbox's show than in the State of Play.
I agree.
Potentially.
Yeah. For me, gosh. I would pop pretty hard for Clockwork Revolution to see that with a date. That would be pretty huge.
Yeah. Same.
State of Decay 3 would also be huge. Any of these, if I were to see them, at least one of those, I'm fine with the rest of the presentation being ass for me. Like, I only need that one thing. A Fallout remaster or remake, that'd be huge. Wolfenstein, huge. Skylanders, mega huge.
Yeah, if we got a Clockwork Revolution release date before like March 2027, that way it felt real, I'd be excited. And a Fallout 3 remaster in the vein of the Oblivion remaster, those would be my two like big things.
Yeah.
Nintendo, they haven't officially announced a press conference at the time of this recording. There is a rumor from Giant Bomb that someone saw their schedule
No, that didn't happen.
Okay, it did. You sent us a screenshot. I know they took it down. But the rumor is for that to happen, what was it, the 9th?
Yeah,
June
Tuesday
9th?
the 9th. Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe that by the time you're listening to this, watching this, it will have been announced. Maybe not. But assuming that Nintendo will do a direct, because they almost always do. We don't know anything that they will show. But things we know that exist. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave.
My partner would
None of us
pop
give a shit about Fire
super
Emblem.
hard for that. Carol would be
Great.
over the moon.
We don't need to talk about our partners popping on this podcast. The Dusk Bloods exists. This is the FromSoft game that's exclusive to Switch, which is odd, but they're doing it. Star Fox, which they announced recently, we know that exists, and it looks weird. Pokemon Winds and Waves, we know exists, and it's coming out in 2027. And then I added... Yes, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish. You can finish.
I added Orbitals to this, which again, Kyle, like, it's not a Nintendo game, but it is on console. It's exclusive to Nintendo.
Right.
We could get a release date for that.
I do not believe Winds and Waves will be at whatever Nintendo does.
I don't either.
Yeah, I agree.
If they want to show that, they will give it its own dedicated time later in the year.
I could see them showing Star Fox again because it comes out so soon.
Yes.
Yep.
I could see that.
I think everything else on there is likely to be shown at whatever Nintendo does.
Fire Emblem, Dusk Bloods, Star Fox, Orbitals. I agree.
In the rumored category, there is an Ocarina of Time remake.
There is so much smoke around that. That's got to exist.
That happens with like every Nintendo thing, though.
Yeah.
There's always so
especially
much smoke
Zelda
around it. Yeah. It's hard to parse.
Pokopia stuff, DLC or special events.
That would make a lot of sense.
Themed things, timing-based things. And then I added Project M from Bloober Team, which I guess is a confirmed thing, because we know it is a game that they are working on, but it has not been officially announced. And it's exclusive to Switch 2. So that could make sense. And I think this was just like a couple of weeks ago, the like CEO at Bloober Team was in an interview and he was talking about why they're making this game exclusive to Switch. And part of his commentary was like, I can't give you any details yet. It'll happen really, really soon, though.
Oh, okay.
Which leads me to believe it might be.
Bloober Team CEO Peter whatever has stated that fans of Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Limbo, and Eternal Darkness will feel right at home with Project M. I didn't even know that existed.
Eternal Darkness
I think
that's rude. Don't
to not make a new one.
Yeah, it's rude to bring it up and have it not be a new one.
Maybe Project M is short for Maternal Darkness.
It's about mom.
Eternal Markness. Or he plays this dude Mark.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch in Eternal Markness.
I think it totally makes sense for them to do something Pokopia related. That game has been huge.
Yeah.
There's also been some smoke about
DLC
for Pokopia.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
I can see that. We have a long list of wish list items. I'm going to read them off and then we can talk about what we think is likely. New 3D Mario, Xenoblade 2 Deluxe Edition, Mario Maker for Switch 2, a new Animal Crossing, or bringing back the GameCube Animal Crossings, Luigi's Mansion 4, Mario Kart World DLC, Switch 2 versions of popular games like Witcher 3, Elden Ring, Kingdom Hearts, Starfield. Those have been rumored as being part of the show. That could totally happen, but also, like, who cares? It's not a new game.
Right.
And then I added Super Mario 64 Remake as like a wish list thing, which would be cool. What do we think's happening from this list? I do not see Super Mario World DLC. The game has not had
Mario
legs.
Kart World?
Yes.
Really?
What did I say? Mario World. I guess like if they feel contractually obligated to do DLC, I don't feel like that game has maintained popularity the way that previous Mario Karts have.
For what it's worth, I agree with you. Mario Kart 8 was not what it is now after they made the deluxe edition of that and added DLC to that. That game did a lot better once it was on Switch. Or I guess Wii U. Wherever the deluxe happened first.
When they made the Switch version.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. But that is different because Mario Kart World is already on Switch too. But you're right. The deluxe edition of Mario Kart, that's what I bought because I didn't own a Wii U.
Right.
New 3D Mario, I feel like is like they should announce a new 3D Mario here. The movies just came out, like they should do that.
Yeah.
Whether or not it comes out before 2028, I don't really care. They should announce a new Mario game.
Yeah. And is it Odyssey 2? Is it a remake of Super Mario 64?
Super Mario Galaxy 3?
Could be a new Galaxy.
Yeah, it would tie in with the movie.
Right. And they just
I think
released the 1 and 2 on Switch 2.
I think Xenoblade 2 is a pretty good guess. They did the definitive edition for Xenoblade 1 on Switch. I think, moving along, doing the next one of those would be good. I don't know about Luigi's Mansion 4. I don't know how well those games do, or if it's worth their investment there.
People don't like 2, but people really liked 3.
Yeah,
Luigi's
3 was fun. 3 was fun. A new Animal Crossing could be
Animal
cool.
Crossing would make my week. You know what? A new Animal Crossing, nothing else at any other conference that I give a shit about. I still walk away feeling pretty okay.
I have a hard time thinking that they would announce that when Pokopia is out and they're going to want to give attention to Pokopia. They're so similar in terms of player base.
Yeah, but a lot of but like my wife and I know Kyle's partner, like they play both.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Kara
they
plays
eat
both
those
every
games
day.
up.
Every day. Both.
Yeah. But they aren't just trying to sell this to the sickos. And I mean that as a term of endearment.
Yeah.
Also, if it's 2028, you just sort of cycle those. I mean, you play Pokopia for a year or two and then...
But what I am saying is if you want to move more units on Pokopia, you don't go and announce the next Animal Crossing. Because you don't want people to say, I'll just wait for
DLC for Pokopia and the new Animal Crossing.
Right. Yeah. The DLC for Pokopia is coming next month. Animal Crossing is coming next year.
Yep.
Yeah, I just don't think Animal Crossing is coming next year, is what I'm saying.
Mario Maker Switch 2. I don't think it... Here's my crazy take. Shout outs to Christopher Plant's Post Games podcast for his Legend of Zelda episode. It's fantastic. Go listen to it. I didn't know this. Zelda started as a dungeon builder game. One player would build a dungeon and the other player, like co-op, the other player would like play through the dungeon. That's kind of how it started.
Yeah.
Zelda Dungeon Maker. In the style of like in Mario, you could do the different styles of Zelda, like original, the Link's Awakening, Link to the Past. You could do a bunch of different styles of it, similarly to Mario.
That would be very cool. That would be very cool.
That is too cool of an announcement for Nintendo to ever give us.
I agree.
I think it's Super Mario Maker, though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is the cool iteration on that they would never give us.
Dude, Super Mario Maker is awesome.
No,
I don't
it
even,
is. It
I don't
is.
even like
It is
Mario.
very
Cool idea.
I don't even like
It
Mario.
is.
Super Mario Maker rules.
Super Mario
Yeah.
Maker fucking rules. Absolutely. I
The-
just have
I
so
don't know
little
if
faith that
it's-
they would
it's
give us
Super
something
Maker
that
is
cool.
Cooler than Mario Maker.
Yeah.
It's cool. That sounds dope. I
Yeah.
would love for them to announce that.
Yes, for sure.
Especially now that like
that's
with the
Nintendo?
Switch 2, you have the mouse control stuff would make a lot of that easier.
Right.
Because that was the problem with the first Switch is you didn't have the stylus that the 3DS had.
And the Wii U.
I mean,
Oh, sorry, the
Wii
Wii
U
U.
had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess both.
you could totally port Mario Maker to Switch 2 for the same effect. Like the usability would be
That would have
so
a
much better.
huge resurgence, I think. I think that would have
Yeah.
a huge resurgence.
They would have to bring back, and this is why I don't think they'll ever do it. They would, in order for people to not be kind of upset about it, they would have to have some sort of a Miiverse equivalent with like the sharing of levels and all that other stuff. And they're so locked down on that stuff now, just because they don't want to be responsible for managing those kinds of communities and interactions with people. Like all the Tomodachi Life stuff, like you can't share any of that natively in the game. Because people can do
now you can
problematic
hit
shit.
the new C button and share your level instantly with your friends.
Man, suck on my C button.
Dude, I remember when they first like announced all the functionality. I think Kyle, it was you that said this. That was like there's a new button that you have to pay to use on this controller.
Yes,
That's insane.
That's correct.
That's insane.
It's
Pay to
sitting right
use
here
button
next to
on
me.
my controller.
It's sitting right here next to me, and I still can't fucking believe it.
Well, aside from the Zelda Maker, which I think would
Yeah.
be super dope, I would love to see more Pokemon Winds and Waves, but I agree that they're not going to show that here. They'll give it its own thing. Honestly, I don't know if there's anything. New 3D Mario.
New Paper
I would
Mario.
be very hyped about that.
I would be
No.
pumped for new Paper Mario.
No.
That's my Mario.
I played that Paper Mario, whatever, which one was it? The remake
Thousand Year
that
Door.
they did a couple years ago.
It's great.
It's very cute.
Yeah.
It's got great writing. The gameplay is just not engaging at all.
I mean, they've had
a
a
baby
bunch
game
of
for
Paper
babies.
Marios. Oh my god.
What did you just say? What did you just say?
It's a baby game for babies.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's babies first shit, man. Same thing with Super Mario RPG. The writing is fantastic. The games, there's fall asleep playing that. I'm not killing anyone.
All right. You play Pokemon?
know what I mean? Yeah, dude. You see how many fucking Pokemon I kill in those games? When I'm power leveling, I'm killing dozens of these motherfuckers. Fainting my ass, I kill.
Shay
I
only
had to
plays
teach my kids.
Shay only plays the
My
ROM
kids thought
hacks
that they-
where you can kill Pokemon.
Yeah, murder only.
Yeah.
My kids thought that we were killing them at first because they couldn't read when we started. And I was like, no, it says fainted. And they didn't know what that means. And so I say they go down. Like they like fall asleep. And so now that's what they always say. They're like, oh, did your Pokemon go down? Or did you put that other Pokemon down? Makes me feel like I'm like tucking them in and reading them a bedtime story.
I thought you were going to say they
No, I wanna
didn't know
kill.
what fainted meant, and so you choked them out until they passed out. It's like, now you know. This is what happens when you ask Dad stupid questions.
I told you that in confidence.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll edit that out.
Not appropriate for the podcast.
I'll edit that out. This is why we don't do it live.
So what's cool from Nintendo? Animal Crossing?
Yeah, dude. Holy
That's
shit,
what Kyle
yeah.
cares about.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be hype.
It'd be cool to get a new Pikmin.
Pikmin 4 is
I'd
great.
be happy for you, Cody.
Pikmin 4 is great.
When was that? That was a while ago. That was
2 years ago?
23?
Was it 23? Okay. Yeah, that's probably too soon.
If all we got, if we got Ocarina of Time Pocopia DLC, I'd be less hyped for an event, but DLC or an Animal Crossing, I feel like that conference will have justified its existence.
Yeah, it's a shame they put Wind Waker on the GameCube Virtual Console because it means we're not getting the good Wii U version. That sucks.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They're dumb over there, turns out. They don't know what they're doing, says me from over here. They don't know what they're doing over there.
Says like one of the most profitable companies.
It just seems insane. I mean, like you have that original game, you remake it. It is widely considered to be far superior to the original version, and then you bring that game to your console and you bring the worst version. What are we doing? What are we doing? Anyway,
It somehow had to have been more work to put the new one on there.
Yeah.
All right, now we have a big list of other games. This is quite long already. How do we want to attack this?
Let's
we just want to say these
publisher by publisher, baby.
Okay. Ubisoft, we know Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag resynced.
It looks pretty good.
When does that come out? In July. Rumored remakes for Rayman. And then we know that Assassin's Creed Hex is a thing, but we haven't ever seen anything about it.
They have like 3 other Assassin's Creed games, I thought.
One of them was Infinity, which was not a game. It was sort of their like Assassin's Creed brand.
Assassin's Creed as a service.
Yeah.
Supposedly the rumor is that you will play as a descendant of Ezio in Hex, which could be cool. Or no, not Ezio, Claudia, which I guess is also of Claudia the sister? Claudia's a sister. Or is that the romantic interest of Ezio? I can't remember.
I don't know who you're talking about.
That's Ezio's beau, I think.
Okay,
Claudia.
so then you do play as
Mi amore, Claudia.
Of Ezio and Hex. And the Rayman remakes, those are basically confirmed. They've like all the key art for those has come out at this point.
Okay.
So those are definitely happening.
You know what else is definitely
We're in
happening?
remake territory with Ubisoft.
Beyond Good and Evil 2. It's time.
Yeah, I wrote Beyond Good and Evil 2 LMAO.
Is
that game?
That game's coming out because they no longer need the community to create their art for free for them because they could just have AI do it.
They just use AI.
It's like making a game for free.
And the irony of replacing Joseph Gordon-Levitt's community build with AI when he's like one of the loudest anti-AI voices.
Yeah, well, that's why they got to get him out of there.
Yeah.
Replace him with AI.
All right. Squeenix.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That's pretty good.
Nailed it.
Got it in one.
Square Enix, we know Kingdom Hearts 4 exists. They've announced it.
Yeah.
We know the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 exists, although they have not announced it.
I have a question about Kingdom Hearts 4. You guys
Okay.
think there's going to be a Star Wars world finally?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And Marvel.
And is it going to be live action Star Wars or animated series Star Wars?
I mean, it'll be like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
So it'll be the
That's
humans, not the animated characters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. For some reason, I thought you meant like FMV, and I was like, no,
no,
they're not going to.
Okay, that would be fucking sick, though.
Here's
CGI Tarkin.
World.
CGI Tarkin.
The other question,
Hearts
though,
4.
with Kingdom Hearts is it here? I don't think so. I think this is a Tokyo Game Show announcement or something. I don't think this doesn't feel like a Summer Games thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe not.
Kingdom Hearts is still really big.
It's pretty popular, man.
Yeah, especially if they're showing off like Star Wars and or Marvel stuff in it. I mean, that would be huge.
But I'll say, does it make more sense for like Game Awards this year, knowing that it's like a 2028 game? That might make more sense.
Yeah, maybe.
The other quick fun question.
Go ahead.
Nope. What don't you do?
I really don't think Final Fantasy IX Remake is happening ever.
Neither do I. I know I
killed it.
added it to the wish list. I would love for it to happen, but I also do not think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Just quick, fun speculation. What is the? This sounds so bad to say. What is? No, I won't even word it like that. What is the surname for this Final Fantasy VII version?
People saying
I was going to say.
People are saying reunion.
I was going to say the letter word, but that maybe wouldn't sound good.
Because what was there's like in between 1 and 2 was called intergrade, I believe. Yeah, I like reunion.
Reunion, return, revival. Yeah, reunion probably makes sense.
Reunion makes sense to me. And they have said that this is going to be the last part, right?
Yeah. Boy, they've really fucked up.
I wish I was excited, man.
Yeah,
they
I know.
really
I wish
fucked up the story.
I super don't care.
I have zero interest in it. It's such a bummer. I loved remake.
They need to stop letting him write stories. He just simply can't do it.
Well, it's not just the story for me. It's also just the open world bloat bullshit. It just wasn't fun. It wasn't a fun video game, guys. No. What are we doing? Why are people trying to gaslight me into saying that this was like one of the best games of the year?
Those people are crazy.
Ubisoft could have made that game. Like, it's a Ubisoft game.
It has Chadley. Chadley. Do you guys fucking remember Chadley?
I had successfully forgotten. Why would you do that to me?
I don't know how people don't walk around always angry. And I know what it is. No, I do know. It's because they have forgotten about Chadley. That's the only reason anybody can be happy anymore. It's because they have forgotten about Chadley.
Chudley.
Hey, a new Advent Children Final Fantasy VII movie would go fucking hard as shit. Sexy, smooth Cloud with his like 30 different Buster Blades in his motorcycle. Please and thank you. Also Tifa. Mostly Tifa.
Like, I don't even know how to respond to that.
There's a lot of content you could watch online, dude.
About Cloud's shiny skin, and then
there is.
And also Tifa.
Tifa.
I think if we as a video game community did a tournament to rate the biggest baddies in the history of video games, I would posit Tifa would win that tournament.
Yeah, I agree.
And you gave her an also Tifa.
I didn't want to bury the lead.
That's exactly what you did.
You did bury the lead.
But yeah,
I wanted to bury the lead.
Advent Children. You don't need a new Advent Children movie to get what you're looking for.
Yeah. I can send you some links.
Yeah, but like I've seen it all already, so I need more.
Right.
There's a Patreon out there for you.
It's my Patreon.
That's like, yeah. All right, Capcom. Onimusha Way of the Sword. We need a release date at some point for this game.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
It looks awesome. Resident Evil Code Veronica remake is a hot rumor.
Yeah, that's looking more and more likely. That would be cool. I never played the original. I still need to go back and do that. It is definitely like kind of the dark horse. Some people love Code Veronica, some people super don't, and so it gives some cool context for some of the characters around the edges of the fiction. A little bit of a blank spot in the remake fiction currently. I think that would be a smart one. I think that would be a good one.
When we were talking about Sony revitalizing legacy IP, follow Capcom's strategy. They are doing it fucking right.
Yeah.
Man, they have all these other
cared about their IP, but
they have all these other new games that they release so that they can continually fund these revitalizations of these old hard to come by games. And like, I would have never played Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. I mean, I haven't played Resident Evil 4 yet, but like, you know, when I do, I'm going to play the remake. Like, I would never have played those had these remakes not existed. So like, this is the way, the blueprint to do this kind of stuff, and I would love to see more people do it.
I mean,
Capcom is for sure killing it.
Game of the year 2005, Resident Evil 4.
No. Game of the year 2024, Resident Evil 4.
You know what? You can have both. It's fine, as long as I get my 2005 boy. But yeah, Resident Evil Requiem DLC would be dope. I know they just added that. Like,
is it too soon
mode
for that?
No, I don't think so. I think they should hit it while it's hot. They released that Leon mode that's like a roguelike kind of. That people like. Leon Must Die or something. Yeah. I want new story DLC for Resident Evil Requiem.
Yes.
There are a lot of questions around like what Chris was doing during the campaign and Ada and like who is Leon married to because he has a wedding ring.
Some Ada links I can send you too, by the way, if you're interested.
Yeah, no, I've seen all those too. But yeah,
they're on his Patreon.
Yeah, they're on my hard drive, brother. But yeah, it's some DLC for Requiem would be really cool.
Yep.
I see Monhun in the speculation. The new Monster Hunter just came out last year. Wilds, Worlds, whichever one it was.
Yeah, but it feels like every time they do one of these, Monster Hunter shows up anyway.
That's true. They do large DLCs, like the Iceborne or whatever for the previous one. So they could announce a big DLC.
Yeah. Maybe they could take some of the paid sponsorship DLCs out of the game and instead put content into the game that fixes it. Maybe.
But you don't even care anyway. Like, you're not going to go play Monster Hunter.
Nah, I don't. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, you're just like a poser.
I'm throwing shade about something I don't know anything about.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know anything about it, nor do you care.
That's the privilege of me having a microphone. I just get to say stuff.
Just white dudes with microphones, man.
And glasses and beards.
Sega. They have their remake games initiative for like Crazy Taxi and like I feel like didn't they cancel some of them or like soft cancel some of them or maybe dial back with it, but because they wasn't Shinobi on the list?
I think so.
There were several.
They made a Shinobi.
Golden Axe was on there. Yeah, that was that was that 2D side scroller.
Right.
But I think that's a different thing.
Was last year?
I think that was a different thing.
I can see a Crazy Taxi happening or Jet Set Radio maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy Taxi would go pretty hard, I think.
Like Jet Set Radio makes a lot of sense because there's a whole cottage industry of independent video games that are just kind of trying to do the Jet Set Radio thing.
Doing that.
And those always do pretty well in sales. Like even just with no marketing budgets or whatever. So I think that could be a good one. I don't think we're going to see anything Sonic related. We better not.
You better hope they don't, because it's just going to be another game on your list, brother.
There ain't no way they have another 3D Sonic game lined up after Frontiers. Ain't no way, dude.
You better hope not.
Oh, God,
so you're signed up. For those that don't know, Kyle and Cody have this blood pact where they like play every game in a series, and Kyle had to play every Sonic game.
3D
so
Sonic
this is
game.
In perpetuity. 3D Sonic game. So like for the rest of your life, you have to play every 3D Sonic game that comes out?
No. I think the agreement is, and Cody, you can correct me because this is our agreement. I think the agreement is I need to play all of them like through, but if a new one comes out before I finish, it gets added to the list.
Oh, I thought it was in perpetuity.
Oh. Is it really?
Man,
you're going to be
I don't know that I would have agreed to it.
In Sonic Legends 9 on the PlayStation 12.
Dude, you have like 8 of them already ahead of you. Like you don't need to worry about. You need to worry about the ones that are coming out. and man, like feel bad for me. I have to play like the lauded like Batman games, dude. Like they come out and they're pretty good. Like
like fuck you for that.
Are you going to play Gotham Knights though?
I did.
So
I?
you
play Gotham Knights?
Cody played about an hour of Gotham
technically
Knights,
a Batman.
and I gave you a pass because you were like, Kyle, do I really have to play this? I was like,
sort of
no.
like you haven't beat 2 Sonic games because the final boss is too hard.
All right, hey, look,
No,
I gotta go.
We're not deep. We have already talked about Sonic more than I would ever want to talk about Sonic.
Yeah.
There's never been a good Sonic game, period.
Thank you. We finally agree on something.
Konami.
What's next?
They announced
Konami's
Castlevania
back,
Belmont's Curse at Game Awards.
That game looks fucking awesome.
Date, right? It doesn't have a date
Correct.
yet.
No date.
Right.
And then they've also announced Silent Hill Townfall.
That looks
Also
pretty
looks
good.
fucking
That's
awesome.
what Game Awards?
Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 with Metal Gear Solid 4 on it. I wonder if we see some more of Metal Gear Solid 4 running, or if, since it's been announced and it's coming out pretty soon, they leave it. I don't know. I feel like that's the kind of thing they would want to put in front of people again to remind them it's coming out in just a couple months.
I think so too.
God, I'm so fucking excited for that. I'm going to stream that. I still have my outfit from when I started streaming it last time. I'm so excited.
I'm very happy
So
for
excited.
you. See, isn't that nice? When like I don't care about it, but I'm glad that it exists because it makes you happy. And I don't feel like I'm losing something. It's not like a zero-sum game.
Yeah, no, that's nice. What do you mean? Why do you say that?
Sony's. I don't want to play any of the Sony games. They're not making them for me.
I thought you liked Sony games.
So yeah, I would love to see, especially a release date for Castlevania Belmont's Curse, because that I'm very hyped for. I'm sure Silent Hill will be cool. I just I'm not as personally invested.
I'm happy for you guys about Castlevania.
Do either of those come out this year, do you think?
Yes, Belmont's Curse for sure.
Belmont's Curse, probably.
I could see that.
Silent Hill's going to come out in the fall, though, right? They're not going to release a Silent Hill game in like April.
Right. I mean, I bet that's fall 2027.
Spooky games come out in the fall.
Yeah, that's got to be October 2027.
Kojima.
Real quick before we move on, if Metal Gear Solid 1 gets a remake, even a logo, that is my
MGS3
game.
style.
That is my game of the week. Nothing else could be announced, and I am totally satiated.
I don't know, man. They already have Twin Snakes.
The most hyped you could be for a video game announcement is a remake of a game that you've played a dozen times.
It would have to be like reimagined though, which is what the exciting part of that is, because of like that's it's different. Metal Gear Solid 3, because that game is largely the same, just like way prettier. Metal Gear Solid 1 would have to really be reimagined just because of the kind of game it was on PS1, and that very much excites me.
How would it be reimagined?
It'd have to be more of like a third person, like what Delta was, which that's not what Metal Gear Solid 1 is.
Right.
Yeah. So
I can see that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That feels like a big project.
I really need to go back and play Twin Snakes again at some point. I remember Twin Snakes being really rad. People didn't like it, though.
Let's move on.
John Woo directed the fight choreo and the cutscenes. Pretty cool.
Dope. Bloober Team.
No,
we talked about...
you just skipped Kojima. I know what you're doing.
No, I said Kojima. So, Bloober Team.
Such a little bitch. So OD is confirmed.
Executed bit.
That was pretty funny. Pretty good. Gotta give it to you. OD maybe exists. So like, who was the guy who was one of the primary actors? He just passed away like last year.
Oh, the black dude?
No, the older guy. Older white guy. He was like I think one of the primary actors for OD passed away.
Udo Kier.
Yes.
Who the hell is that?
Don't know who Udo is?
Udo know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I recognize him.
Yeah.
What a fucking dope name. Udo Kier.
That's pretty sweet. Yes, I don't know what the status of that game would be post his passing. I don't know how much more of his stuff they needed or whatever. Who knows if it was even really a video game when he passed or what. So who knows. Fizzant, like we mentioned, that's a Sony thing. If we're going to see that, it would be at a Sony at the Sony conference. That's a stealth action game from Kojima exclusive to a Sony console. Probably PlayStation 6. I don't think we see that here this year. And then Kojima has been, because of course, this is his shtick. He always embraces the new technology stuff. He's been talking a big game about some AI bullshit. So there's probably going to be some AI Kojima bullshit going on.
And him and one of the actors in Death Stranding 2 are making a fully AI generated advertisement for Prada.
That's right.
So,
yes. I forgot the Kojima was the Prada thing. Yeah. Yeah.
For what it's worth, I'm not excusing it, but it's very on brand.
How many cool AI bros can you guys list?
None of them.
Dudes that are super into AI. Right. And Kojima's one?
Yeah.
She's the only cool AI bro?
Hey, Shay.
Just checking.
I need you to listen to me. I have never thought, maybe this isn't true. I don't think I have ever thought Kojima was cool. I've always found his ideas to be very interesting. That's kind of the extent of it.
I don't think Elon Musk is cool. I just find his ideas really interesting.
We're not talking about Elon Musk.
I don't think Jeff Bezos is cool. I think his ideas are really interesting.
These are all wildly different statements that you're making from what I said, because holy shit.
I'm just saying, there's not a single good AI bro in the world. Any dude out there is I want to make an ad for Prada exclusively with AI. Not a good dude. Not a single fucking one of them is a good dude. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. None of those other guys you're stating to be proven are creators.
With my years and years of documented Kojima hate to be proven correct.
Okay.
Open and shut case.
Okay.
Kojima's an AI bro.
Yeah. I mean, we all saw it coming.
Of fucking course. No, first of all, no, you didn't.
Real Kojima fans knew this was going to happen, Shay.
Okay.
It was in all of his teaser trailers.
But, dude, it is the thing that makes the most sense.
Of course it is. He's a douchebag.
Yeah.
All right, now we can actually move on to Bloober Team. I mentioned Project M.
Right.
Chronos Lazarus. Is that DLC or is that a new game?
Oh, I don't know.
I assume you added that.
I still need to play. No, I didn't. I still need to play Chronos.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone added it.
Oh, I added it, but I've seen that it was on a list of rumors.
Okay. Oh, it's already leaked, apparently?
That sounds like it would be DLC.
So it's probably an expansion?
Bloober Team's new title is part of the upcoming IGN Live as part of Summer Games Fest.
Okay.
Okay. A new entry in the sci-fi survival horror series.
Huh.
That seems insane for them to announce a sequel less than a year after the last game came out. But apparently it exists, and they are announcing it. So I guess it isn't that insane.
I mean, they're cranking their shit out, that's for sure. Huh.
Okay. Bandai Namco, they've already announced Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thief. I've seen a bunch of rumors that that's going to be there somewhere.
I've never played an Ace Combat game. What they showed looks kind of awesome. I never knew.
They all look kind of awesome.
Yeah, I never knew that the story was such a big deal in the Ace Combat games. I didn't realize it was such a Top Gun, which makes sense. But I thought they were more Because I guess like my frame of reference was always like the Star Wars flight games, where it's like there's sort of a story, but it's really about the ships. I thought it was like it's
Microsoft
really about
Flight
the planes.
Simulator.
Right. But I didn't know, and so now I really want to go back and play the Ace Combat games because 8 looks pretty rad.
Wings of Thief absolutely sounds like an old X-Wing Rogue Squadron book subtitle. Like that sounds sick. I want to know what the fucking Wings of Thief are.
Yeah.
Kyle, I'm assuming you added Xenosaga Trilogy to Bandai Namco.
Xenosaga Trilogy, it's happening. This is the year.
There's more and more smoke every time.
Wasn't there like
a recent post or something from the creator?
Sure.
In my dream, at least.
Yeah.
Remedy has Control Resonant. That will likely be there with a release date because it doesn't exist yet. I'm hoping it gets pushed to 2027 because I counterpicked it in Fantasy Critic.
You did.
I've seen a couple. I've seen a little bit of smoke that could be later this month.
Huh.
Yeah.
I hate that I'm rooting against it because I'm excited for that game. I want it to come out next year because I'm not going to root for it to be bad. I just want it to get delayed. GTA 6 is not going to be there. Max Payne remake.
That could be.
I would love that.
It's also
great.
Not going to be there.
Love that.
That would be great.
Crystal Dynamics has already announced 2 Tomb Raider games. Legacy of Atlantis is like the remake of the first 2 games, I think.
I think that sounds right.
And then Catalyst is the actual new entry. Since they just announced both of those, I don't know. I don't know that either of those is certainly not Catalyst, but I don't know that Legacy of Atlantis is coming out this year. And I don't know what the value is in showing it again if it's not coming out this year.
It is weird for them to have 2 Tomb Raider games that have like really divergent art styles of Lara. It is a little weird.
I feel like that recently that has not been the case because they sort of there was like the Crystal Dynamics games, but prior to that when they were releasing them semi-regularly, they had the whatever not Trials of Osiris, that was Destiny, but they had that like sort of top-down, more puzzly Tomb Raider game that was a much smaller.
Legacy of Darkness.
No, that was one, but the one I'm talking about was I feel like it was Trials something.
Oh,
but anyway, I feel like there were different styles of Tomb Raider
the puzzle
game
one, where it was like more like a polygonal art style again. Yeah. Sort of like the Hitman. I think it was Lara Croft Go because there was the Hitman Go,
not the mobile game.
Oh,
this is a different game. It doesn't matter. It does exist.
Evidently, the support studio reaffirmed last month that the game is still scheduled for 2026. So
for Tomb Raider Catalyst, the new one?
No, for Legacy of Atlantis.
I see.
Oh,
okay. If that's the case, then I feel like they need to show it here.
Yeah.
Saber Interactive has Jurassic Park Survival and the KOTOR remake, which they keep saying is still happening. We're definitely not seeing it.
No.
Jurassic Park Survival we could totally see because it's already been announced.
I think it's possible we get another Space Marine game. It's possible. Because like part of the pitch for Space Marine 2 was, and I feel like their narrative coming on the other side of it was, hey, this did well enough. Like our whole point is to like prove that we can do this sustainably and release this scope of game and do these numbers, and it justifies its existence, so we get to make another one. I could see a third one,
and for it not to be a 6-year game dev cycle. I know that was part of it.
What about
too.
an expansion to it?
I think they've had some DLC and stuff for it, like some updates and stuff.
For the multiplayer, they definitely did.
Yeah.
I feel like it's died down too much for them to invest in DLC for that game. I feel like they would announce the next one, and I feel like it's too early to announce the next one.
Yeah.
Because that was, 2 years ago?
24.
Yeah, it's probably too early, but maybe next year.
Survival, I could totally see them making another one, definitely.
Jurassic Park Survival, though, would be pretty hype. I'd like to see that game again.
Yeah.
I still, I don't have faith that game is much of anything. just like what they showed was so fake. I don't. I want to believe. I just don't. I can't let myself.
Dinosaurs definitely did exist. There's nothing to believe or not. They were real. We don't need the conspiracy theory bullshit.
I don't know, man.
What about the moon landing?
Can't make that joke.
Yeah, I know where you're going with that.
Yep. So, Telltale Games, the resurrected Telltale Games.
Is The Wolf Among Us 2 ever gonna happen, man?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
The longer they wait, the less people are going to care.
Right.
Of course. It's been years since they announced it.
Yeah. And it's like, at this point, it's like,
I just worry.
Yeah, at this point, it's like, what is the market for a second Wolf Among Us 2? Like, are they just better off doing a different thing?
Yes.
Well, the answer is
no,
yes.
I don't think so. I don't think they'd be better off doing a different thing. I think there's still plenty of appetite for the Wolf. No, I think there's still plenty of appetite for the Wolf Among Us 2. My question is more, are they going to release a game?
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's more my concern. Are they just going to shut down in a year?
Yeah.
And having never released anything. People are still very excited to get a Wolf Among Us 2. I would be. I loved the first one.
Because that was
art. Well, no, The Walking Dead season 1 is probably my favorite, but it barely worked.
So Wolf Among Us
was awesome.
Was an existing IP. It was a comic book.
Yeah, it's comics.
Okay.
Yeah, from Fable.
Okay.
Fables.
Okay. So I wonder. I mean, that's got to be like not an expensive IP to have, because I'm trying to think like. Telltale's original problem was they were doing these big licensing deals and they were having to pay so much for the licensing deals, the games no longer made fiscal sense. But I feel like something
and
like
there
a Wolf
so
Among
many
Us,
that they had to churn them out.
Right. And so, but I feel like the Wolf Among Us IP rights maybe makes more fiscal sense. And that's why I'm also wondering, like, having a sequel be the next game you make is kind of a harder sell than like finding a different IP that's cheaper to license and doing something out of that. But I don't know, maybe not. Probably 6 in 1.
But they would have already done that work before they announced The Wolf Among Us Season 2. They would have already gotten the licensing for it.
That's
whether
true.
or not it expires.
By this time, it's probably expired.
Yeah, who knows what that deal was?
Right. I'm sure those come in all shapes and sizes.
All right, FromSoft. We talked about Dustbloods.
There's been a Tinder-sized smoke about a pirate-themed new IP.
Like the dating app? Like a mobile phone sized?
Yes, that's small. But yes, there's been posts here and there about potentially a pirate-themed new IP. Which let's do it. Let's go. I would love, or Dark Souls 4, which isn't going to happen, or at least be announced here, but that would be another one that would be on par with Metal Gear Solid 1 for me. If we got Dark Souls 4, I'd be pretty hyped.
Yeah, I just feel
we
like
didn't talk about it in the Sony section, but Bloodborne remake?
No,
never gonna happen.
No, they've made it clear that what's his face would need to be involved.
He
has made it clear that he would need to be involved, and he's not in the mood, I guess. You're not in the mood, you get in the mood. Yeah, I would be worried about a Dark Souls 4 chasing the direction that they were going in 3, which they then like doubled down on in Bloodborne and then in Sekiro, but they kind of peeled back a bit in Elden Ring, where it's like it's very twitchy and fast reflex, stay in their asses, a lot of dodging, parrying, and less like deliberate combat like the older Dark Souls games were. I don't know if they could get me excited about another Dark Souls game given the direction they went with the series previously. The exploration and map design still second to none. I think that'd be great. The exploration would be a lot of fun, but I think the moment to moment, I don't know that I would enjoy it much.
I know I wouldn't.
Yeah, you
That's
would
my
not.
contribution.
I would rather have an Elden Ring 2.
Take Two. I think that's more likely for them to make is an Elden Ring 2, honestly.
I do too.
People love Dark Souls, but Elden Ring was transformative for them.
Right,
Yes.
yeah.
Take Two
New BioShock.
is allegedly still working on a new BioShock.
Let's
It
get it done,
exists.
folks.
In theory.
Yeah. It's just, it's like,
I don't know, dude.
It's one of those
They
things.
brought on the guy, well, I don't remember the dude's name, but the dude they brought on to finish Infinite when Ken Levine couldn't do his job. They brought that guy back to help get this new BioShock over the line. So maybe lightning strikes twice. I just don't have a lot of faith that after this long, it's going to be anything good. And that would really bum me out.
Yeah.
Because as some may know, BioShock is literally my favorite game of all time. Like, if you're going to make a new one, it better be really, really good or I'm going to be sad. Okay. Star Wars Zero Company.
From Bit Reactor.
Yes. Very
I've
much
seen a
looking
lot.
forward to
This should be here.
I've seen a lot that we'll see more from
Yes.
that. Does that have a release date?
No.
So that needs a release date. That looks really cool.
Yes.
I want to be sold on it because I love Star Wars. I would love to play more Star Wars games. This is like, it's like an XCOM style game, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not my thing at all, but I could be sold.
Like Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle?
I've not played it.
Okay.
I've had it for 6 years, but I've not played it. And I know that's kind of like a baby's first version of that. All right, Respawn. We know eventually they will make what? What's happening?
What? Who?
You guys are looking and smiling.
You happened. It's just your derogatory,
What do you mean?
casual babies first snide remarks.
I don't. No, whoa. In this specific instance, I didn't mean that as a negative. I meant more for my benefit. It's a good introduction to that kind of genre.
Yeah, it is.
Mario and Rabbids.
It is.
I did not mean that as a pejorative. I meant it as a pejorative with Paper Mario and Super Mario.
I know you did.
You have no leg to stand on when it comes to insulting types of games. Okay. We know Respawn is making a third Cal Kestis Star Wars game.
Right.
There's no way they're going to be talking about it here.
Do you think they'll...
I disagree. I
Do you
disagree.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. I think it shows up here.
Hmm.
And I think it's a spring 28 or 27 release date.
I'm doubling down. I'm doubling down. I also think it'll be here. And I think they announce either a movie or a TV tie-in with the actor who plays Cal Kestis. Live action.
There's no way they do that. There's no way they do that at Summer Games Fest. They do that at like the D4 Expo or whatever.
I could see that. He could come out, announce the game, and say you can also catch up on Cal in the new show, whatever. Have him on stage.
Why would they announce that at Summer Games Fest?
Coming to
He
Disney
does all
Plus.
sorts
That's
of
way bigger.
multimedia shit.
But that's way bigger than video game fans. That's Star Wars shit. Like, that's just a bigger deal.
But it's Cal Kestis from the video games.
I understand, but like, I feel like they want to be in front of a bigger audience. They do their Disney Expo every year.
Related. In fact, today I saw an article that there's, I didn't get down to the source of this rumor, so I don't know where it came from, so it might be unsubstantiated, but there's a suggestion that there is going to be a significant time jump between Survivor and this third one, and he will be much older, which is interesting.
I could see that. Yeah, that'd be cool. The D23 Expo is in August, for reference. I don't see why you don't announce it at
I think there are
I
way
understand
more
you
people
want to announce
watching
them
Summer.
together.
I understand.
You want to announce the game and the whatever.
That's what I think.
Together.
And I think there are way more people watching SGF that would care about that than the Disney thing. I think there are way more people watching SGF in general.
Absolutely not. No one watches the D23 Expo. There isn't an online presence for this. It's a show that happens where they do panels and all the shit. These like behind the scenes, closed door reveals. The media coverage on D23 Expo will absolutely be larger than the media, and I'm talking media coverage on SGF. Video game people and video game outlets care about SGF. Fucking no one else does. The legacy media people that used to cover E3 barely do not cover SGF at all. All of those places cover D23. And all of the video game outlets also cover D23. I would love for them to announce the next Star Wars game. I love the idea of him coming out and announcing it and also saying, also catch me in season 4 of The Mandalorian coming out next year. I'm just saying that announcement happens at D23, not at
Kyle.
Fest.
I don't know what you think, but that sort of sounds like baby's first rationalization.
Like, excellent, amazing,
so good,
made zero goddamn sense. Fantastic, worth it.
Thank you.
Look, if I am wrong, I will be very excited. I would much rather see it at SGF because it's now. I don't want to wait until August. I'm just like, if I was running Disney, which I should be, I should be Dave Filoni. That's how I would do it. Speaking of Star Wars, Quantic Dream is making Star Wars Eclipse. No, they're not.
God, I want to see what that game is.
No, they're not.
I want to see that game so bad.
Mass Effect.
No.
That game's never coming out.
No. They killed Mass Effect.
They killed Mass Effect. CD Projekt Red. Witcher 4? They got to show Witcher 3. They announced the DLC.
Yeah.
We're going to get like a story trailer or something for that.
Did that get a release date when they announced it?
It's next year, but they didn't give a date.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see why they would give a date now when they just announced it a couple of weeks ago or whatever, or like a week ago.
Yeah. I wonder if
but I can see them actually showing it.
Yeah,
doing a trailer.
Do they show Witcher 3 DLC without also showing Witcher 4?
Witcher 4 will not be there. No way.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
This DLC is going to set up
2 years away at least.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't think you want to show them both because it would probably make Witcher 3 look worse.
Makes sense.
Certainly.
Valve, come on, guys. Half-Life 3, Portal, come on.
This is the year.
Valve doesn't make video games.
This is the year.
They've deadlocked. That's it.
There's been a lot of smoke around Half-Life 3.
No, there's been a lot. Sorry, I think you misheard that. There's been a lot of cope around. Cope. Yes.
Rocksteady new Batman? Question mark?
What have they been doing?
They consulted on Lego Batman.
Fucking shutting down their studio after they were forced to make Suicide Squad.
Aptly named.
Everyone left that studio. Larian is making Divinity. That's not going to be there.
Right.
IO. Do you think they do DLC for First Light?
Okay, so hear me out. This is my big swing. One of my big swings. I don't know that they go the celebrity route this quickly. That seems like a year 2 or 3, sort of like with Hitman. They got a little more absurd and out there, in the later portions of that. But I think they already have something cooked and prepped for some like later this year, another TAC mission to add on there with. Maybe they go the route of like classic Bond villains for those, and you do a little mission regarding, a traditional Bond villain or something. But I do think that they're going to follow a similar route that they went with Hitman and have these maybe like quarterly or 3 times a year new little content pieces. And I think we're going to get
are the TAC missions.
Yeah,
is
what
that a
is that?
spoiler to say? Is it like a post-game thing? Because I've been introduced to the character, but I obviously haven't played any of them.
They're little micro mission stealth area things, like sort of like the open areas in the core game, in the base game, where you have a bunch of different ways to do anything. It's like little.
Are they that big?
No, they're
like
not. They're
involved?
Not to the scale, but like it's like a large room or two when there's guards and you have objectives and yeah.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, I knew that the TAC missions were there, but I didn't know what they were. I'm very interested to see how much they do support that over time. It probably depends on how many people actually like engage with that stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know it existed.
Because it's not going to be like Hitman.
I beat the game and uninstalled it because I beat the game. I had no idea there was another thing to do.
It didn't even like point you to those things when you beat it?
I don't think so. I don't remember it doing that.
That's weird. Because I met the character. It's the Asian chick from the Eternals movie. Her character, like, she runs the tax simulations.
Yeah. I didn't.
You have to go to her. You have to go to her as part of the main mission very early on. After you meet,
you just talk to her for 5 seconds.
Oh,
yeah.
we're gonna.
I did talk to her, but I didn't ever walk over to that area at all.
We'll be doing a deep dive into First Light. Separate video. So
yeah, that's right.
Catch
I got to finish that game. But yeah, that's interesting. I would. That would be cool if they had an announcement for that, especially because they can say like, "Oh, thanks to the 3 million people that have bought it."
And you know what? Eventually, if that's the route they go, if I'm right, and they do these sort of big boss like missions, sporadically, there will be an Agent 47 one at some point, or not call him that directly, but something along those lines could be fun.
You're like playing cat and mouse with him.
Yeah, that would be fun.
All right. And then the rest of this list is just a bunch of games that we wrote down.
Yeah.
How do we want to tackle this?
Aren't necessarily part of like big publishers.
I think you could just largely read through them.
Yeah.
Some of these say confirmed. Does that mean confirmed to be at the show? Or confirmed that they exist?
If they say confirmed, they're going to be confirmed at the show.
Okay. So there's an Among Us announcement. Is that just from the publisher?
That's from their social media. That's from their social media that they said, "Hey, tune in."
I mean, because they have their new Outer Sloth, whichever one is their new publishing arm.
Right. Outer Sloth
that they announced a year or so ago.
I think it was specifically on the Among Us social media. So
got it. Okay.
Same with Soul.
A new color Among Us, dude. Soulframe is going to be there. That's not really a surprise. They kind of do it. They have a little block for Warframe usually, but I'm sure obviously they'll be talking about Soulframe now.
Yeah.
There has been an official, I did see this tease for a ukulele announcement. Probably a new game in the ukulele series. Crazy Taxi we talked about. Lego Skylines.
So it's like a City Skylines
Lego
game,
but Lego.
Yeah.
That is a rumor. Could be very cool.
I like it. My kids would like that. New content for Street Fighter 6. We don't care. Injustice 3. The rumor that I saw is that this isn't actually Injustice 3, but that's a DC fighting game, and that they're kind of pivoting some of how they're approaching it.
NetherRealm has to be there in some capacity. It's likely that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need some sort of response to Marvel Tokon.
Mm-hmm. I've also seen plenty of rumors for both Persona 4 revival and also Persona 6.
Yeah.
I have a hard time believing we would see both from Atlas, but one or the other. Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy has been announced. It's been a while, though, right? It was last year, I think. So seeing more from that game, maybe getting a release window of 2027. There Are No Ghosts at the Grand needs a release date. They've showed off a good amount of that in the last couple of months, I feel.
Yeah.
Did some like previews and stuff.
Right.
similar to Witchbrook, I feel like we've also seen a lot of that in the last couple of months. That needs a release date. I guess as we're saying, There Are No Ghosts at the Grand is like a musical mystery manipulation game, first person, where you're sort of building out your new house
Yeah.
and the community, but there's like a mystery detective story that goes along with it.
Yeah, and there's like some
And
light,
then Witchbrook,
like some light chore game, simulator game elements to it, like cleaning and painting and all that other stuff.
Witchbrook, remind me, is that the like?
That's one that looks
like
like
Stardew.
Stardew, but you're a witch.
Right.
And it's
oh
not,
yeah, from
it's
Chucklefish.
Yeah, it's not the Haunted Chocolatier from the guy who made Stardew. That's his next game that will never come out. This is also from Chucklefish, which was the publisher of Stardew.
Yeah. Okay. Judas? 3 question marks. Does Judas ever release?
Does it exist?
Oh, it releases for sure. I bet when it releases, it's a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be thrilled to be proven wrong. I would be so happy to be proven wrong.
Phantom Blade 0. We need a release date for that one too, right? And that is a real video game. They did like a legit demo of it. I was surprised.
Yep.
Who put the PlayStation Portal 2 on here? Why?
I would like there to be an updated Portal.
For what purpose?
If it had internal storage that I could play my PlayStation games on the go.
So you want a handheld PlayStation console, which is not what the PS Portal is.
Right. Well, it could, a second one could be.
Okay. It would also be $1,500.
You're simply making up a new thing that you want.
Okay.
I thought there was like a rumor or something about this. You're just saying you're inventing a brand new Sony handheld console.
Sony is going to have some new hardware at their State of Play. That is and I'm guessing it is going to be an upgraded Portal in some capacity.
Well, they just released stuff about new headphones, speakers, and a new fight stick.
No, this is gonna be something else. I
don't know, man.
Swinging for the fences, dog.
I don't know, man.
I'm not saying I'm excited about it. I'm just saying I think it's gonna be there.
I don't know, man.
Dungeons and Dragons Warlock game.
I don't know if that's
what is this.
That was announced at Summer Games Fest last year. Last year, I think.
I do.
There's been nothing since.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just called Warlock.
Yeah.
In Warlock, you take on the role of Katri, a veteran warrior, in a new third-person action adventure set in a dark fantasy open world inspired by Dungeons ellipsis. I don't know how that sentence ends.
We'll never know.
Dude, it's probably gonna suck. It's a Dungeons and Dragons game. They're like almost all bad.
That is true. They are almost all bad.
Baldur's Gate 2 remake?
That recently, again, an article today popped up that game is rumored to be being remade. It's Wizard of the Coast, though, so it's not Larian. That is the big caveat there.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33 DLC.
I think this happens at some point. I don't think it's here, maybe.
Without spoilers, because I may play it one day. Who knows? Anything is possible. Without spoilers, does that universe...
Oh, yeah.
Can you do DLC?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. I guess you could always do like a prequel kind of thing, too.
And that's where I think it would fit. Yeah.
Got it. Metro 2039. They did their big reveal a number of weeks ago.
That's a good one.
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like they're far enough along for them to have done their big announcement. I feel like it needs to be relatively far along. I think they said 2027, maybe not. They might not have even put a year on it, in fairness. But that was their own marketing thing.
Did they not give a whole date for that? Or am I crazy? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I thought that was one of the reasons I was so surprised is like they showed all of it and it gave a release date, but maybe
I
not.
don't, in my personal tracker, I do not have a date alongside that.
Yeah, then maybe it doesn't.
And not that I think they're going to give a date, but because they did their own big announcement, I could see them getting a trailer at SGF somewhere.
Yeah.
PC Gaming Show or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I added Deltarune Chapter 5, mostly because I drafted this in Fantasy Critic. I saw a lot of people saying this makes sense for Toby Fox or whatever the dude's name is, to announce this at Nintendo Direct, because I guess the timeline he was looking at was June, July to release it. And some people were saying they could see it at the Nintendo show. Yes, please. I need points for my Fantasy Critic roster. Hogwarts Legacy 2.
This has a good chance.
Probably not. You think so?
I think, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
wouldn't
could.
be surprised.
This feels more like a Game Awards announcement to me.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like Game Awards has become bigger than SGF when it comes to like announcing stuff.
Which is crazy considering it's an award show.
Yeah. But I think it's also the timing, like the end of the year, people are hyped looking forward.
Yeah.
Like, because E3 doesn't exist anymore. And so we've gone so far that this doesn't even feel like the E3 replacement. It's like its own thing.
And SGF often has to compete with an Xbox show and a PlayStation show where Game Awards are just by itself. So
yeah. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, the Amy Hennig game.
I think
does this game ever come out?
Poor Amy Hennig game that never sees the light of day.
I think
you're probably right.
I don't think she ever gets to make a game again.
Dude.
She can make the games. I don't think they ever come out.
Well, yeah, I don't think we ever get to play an Amy Hennig game again.
It's such a bummer, man.
Crazy.
Like, she is one of the GOATs.
Yep.
She has not released a game since Uncharted 3, right?
That's fucking crazy. I think you're right. That's crazy.
I know she's consulted here and there too.
Yeah.
Because I think she did some consulting actually on Star Wars, the Ubisoft one, I want to say. Darksiders 4. That game exists, but we have not seen anything about it.
They did War Mastered Edition or whatever, the first one.
Yep.
Gauging community interest.
I mean, we know that they announced Darksiders 4.
Oh, did they?
But they didn't say anything about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Stranger Than Heaven, the RGG game. I feel like that got delayed somewhat recently. Or like...
Something.
They had said... Yeah, so I feel like something negative happened with that. I added At Fate's End because it's one of my most anticipated games by the Thunder Lotus folks, makers of Spearfair. It does not have a release date, so I would be super happy if it got one. Also, if it could be 2026, that would also make my Fantasy Critic team happy. And then last on here is Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun 2. Again, this has been announced. It does not have a release date. People were positing that it could still happen this year. I don't know. But it could be.
Real quick, two very fast additions I want to bring up here. Shay, have you tracked Blighted at all, which is the new top-down game from, I believe, the Guacamelee people?
Yes.
Juicebox? Yeah. That one I could see showing up here
Drinkbox.
again. I don't think that has a Drinkbox. I don't think that has a release date. And then another swing for the fence. Light No Fire. Early access, end of the year.
That's the new from the folks behind No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Yes. Games. I could not think of the studio.
So I watch someone who regularly plays all of the updates of No Man's Sky. Every update they do has seemed to test some community
interesting
event thing, and you can tell everything they're putting in No Man's Sky is to test for Light No Fire, which rules. That's a really cool way to be able to do that.
Yeah, I
think this is the year where we will get at least early access by the end of the year.
Sean Murray was on stage at Game Awards last year, right? Or maybe it might have been SGF last year. that Sean Murray did like a little onstage thing about it. And then, because I remember specifically, he was like, "This is the most ambitious game we've made." And Jeff was like, "Sean, like, stop. Reel it in, brother."
Yeah, I have no interest in playing that game in early access.
I probably agree. It just depends on what it is, I think.
Yeah.
What it looks like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you think, another fun
I'm not a big
question
early
here,
access person.
do you think Jeff makes any reference, or anyone for that matter, whether it's pre-show or during Jeff's thing, to the whole high guard situation from Game Awards?
No. Nope.
Because you can't joke about it.
It is shut the fuck up Friday. It is just move on.
Yeah, he can't make a joke about it because that feels like shitty to the people that made that game.
Yeah.
Because they didn't deserve this to happen.
No.
It was an unfortunate consequence of overhyping. And
yeah,
like there's a bunch of rumors about what happened behind the scenes with that it wasn't intended to be the show closer, and Jeff convinced them to do it. Like there's a lot of
maybe Jeff doesn't tell us he loves any of these games this year. Maybe he doesn't do that.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. All right. That's so much stuff. We've been talking for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
We're going to be so disappointed this week.
Yeah, obviously. And obviously not even 50% of this stuff can happen. But it's worth postulating about it for funsies. What are you going to say, Kyle?
I'm going to be in a bad mood for like 4 days straight.
Dude, you're such a fucking bummer.
I know.
That's why I'm going to be there, dude. I'm going to raise the roof.
Cody is coming to visit you, and you're just going to be a grump.
Yeah.
I'm going to smack him with the turd pillow, and he'll cheer right up.
Yeah, there you go. So we've kind of said this periodically as we've talked about it, but like, what would be the things in 2, 3, 4? We don't need to list 15 things each, but what would be the games? We talked about Sony, Xbox, Nintendo, but like the other stuff, what would be the games that would get you really excited? Because like this other stuff is predominantly going to be SGF conference stuff. So what would make it a successful Summer Games Fest presser?
This is such a non-answer and a lame answer, but I really do feel this way, that it's the things I don't expect that excite me that would make it the most exciting. Like something that excites me that I didn't think about and put on there. That is the kind of shit that makes a show for me.
I think that's a great answer, because that is usually what happens.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Right.
Kyle?
Looking at the SGF stuff.
There's not a lot on there I care about.
I mean, nothing that would like make me pop super hard. I mean, the Xenosaga trilogy thing is a joke. It's not going to happen, but that would be it.
That would make you pop super hard.
Yeah, dude, out of my pants. Yeah, because a lot of these like Mass Effect, Half-Life 3, BioShock, I kind of just want them to happen so we can stop talking about them, because like they're not going to be good. So I want them to be over. You know what I mean?
But I do think it's worth saying, like BioShock as an example, they have maintained that it exists, that they are working on it.
Right.
But they have never announced it. So I totally understand what you're saying, that like you just want it to be out, you want to play it, you want to know if it sucks or not. But it actually being announced is still a step forward. That is still progress from where we are now, which is they could cancel it any fucking day they want right now because they haven't announced it. I feel like making it real adds validity to it actually coming out. It might still be bad, because that's my answer to that. BioShock for sure. I don't know that I would be excited per se. I would be interested, and I would be glad to know that it is gonna happen, and I will get to know if it's good or bad. If they cancel it, I'll always wonder. I would much rather play the fucking thing. And that's how I think about Judas too. I will be very excited for Judas to get a release date so that I will know if it's good or bad. There was one other one as I was scrolling through that I was like, yeah, totally. Oh, it was just at Fate's End. I want that to get a release date because that's like one of my most anticipated games.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, what we talked about in the other category, there's like 50 things we mentioned. There's an amalgamation, even if it's 10% of those, with a bunch of other, Cody's your point, brand new stuff we never knew about. There's an amalgamation of all of those things where it's like a really exciting show.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're at a level of jaded, both because we're old and also we see the world as it is.
Yeah.
That a lot of this stuff we're just like, this isn't happening.
Right.
This isn't going to be good if it's been in development hell. Like there's a sad reality that we all know to be true. And the positive is there are always exceptions. There are always things that are in development hell and come out and are still good. They're rare, but they do happen.
One thing we didn't talk about that I think is important to cover, though, is what do you guys think is going to be on during the Hoyoverse block?
I don't even know, dude. They have like 6 games that are the same game. I don't even know how many. I don't even know the names of them.
What is a Hoyoverse?
Give me an example.
Is ZZZ a Hoyoverse game?
I don't know, actually.
Zenless Zone Zero? Wuthering Waves. I know that one.
That is one.
But there's another one. There's a more recent one that was like more sci-fi.
Right.
Honkai Star Rail.
Honkai Star Rail.
Zenless Zone Zero.
It is a Hoyoverse.
Honkai
Zenless Zone Zero was
third.
It was a fun game.
Tears of
I've not played
Themis.
others.
Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact was the big one for a while.
I'm really glad you brought this up, Kyle, because I did have a bit planned that I forgot about, which was like, let's postulate on what the paid advertising pieces will be. And will we be able to tell the difference between a trailer announcement and a paid advertisement? Because you usually can tell. Like Fortnite is going to be there. And that's going to be a paid block.
You know, I'd never thought I'd miss the Ubisoft Just Dance segment, but
it's like, it's so quaint in comparison.
I loved it every year. I loved it every single year.
I hated it, and I didn't know how good I had it.
I loved it because I have a lot of friends from my college days that like, that's how those people get work, man.
Yeah.
I have recognized multiple dancers in those shows before. Not as people I know, but like people I've seen in the industry.
Yeah.
Like there was an actor that I saw on a Broadway play. This was like 12 years ago. But an actor that I recognized from a musical, I saw him on one of the Just Dance things. There are multiple dancers I saw on So You Think You Can Dance, the dance competition show that I saw then at the Just Dance thing. That's cool, dude. They're paying their bills.
Hopefully.
It's French as fuck. But hey, Expedition 33. Sometimes French can be cool.
Oui.
Sometimes French can be cool. Put that on the back of the box.
What box?
Just whatever box you got. An Amazon box. I don't care.
Okay.
Just put it on there.
All right. I will.
A baguette box. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cool. Watch Summer Games Fest. Drop a comment with what you want to see, or maybe what you are seeing. Maybe you're watching this while you're watching SGF conferences live. There are so many of them. The Wholesome Direct, Day of the Devs. We got the Sony press conference, the Microsoft press conference. Giant Bomb's doing their Giant Bomb at Night thing again. So watch us while you're watching them. Leave a comment with what you're seeing and what you're hyped about. We would love that. And then after SGF ends, early the week of June 8th, we will have a recap where we are not going to go literally everything that was talked about, but we'll highlight some stuff that we give a shit about. Hopefully some of the stuff we talked about here. But to Cody's point, hopefully a lot of stuff we didn't know existed. But that's going to do it. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Cody, for chatting about video games. We have not done a podcast length video in quite a while.
I'm exhausted.
I need to prepare more water next time.
Yeah.
Because I'm out.
My throat is in pain.
That's fun. Video games can be cool, despite what Kyle says. It's okay to get excited about things. Things other than video game pornography. But that's going to do it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will see you in a short amount of time. Enjoy video games. Enjoy life. Peace out.